La 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 from the studio.
I'm Jimmy Selesky.
Rick.
Ooh, damn, we nailed those. If we didn't nail those stutters, we were gonna have to redo the whole take. The whole take. That was "Ain't Seen Nothing Yet" by Bachman Turner Overdrive. My dad only had two favorite bands. And they were, or two bands really that he ever listened to.
He only knew of two bands,
and then he liked the band. He didn't even like. He just liked the song "Brandy."
Okay,
and then,
that is a good song.
Brandy, just the song, and then Bachman Turner Overdrive, and then Blue Oyster Cult. So I've been bringing this in with dad music the past couple weeks.
Perfect. I like it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Again, I was humming that in the shower all day today. But my phone was like dead, and I was like, damn, I can't listen to this song. So I was just stuttering in my shower.
Baby.
Yeah.
Dom's just like, Jimmy, stop jerking off in the shower.
Baby. Yeah, man. The sauna is back at my gym. So I've been feeling I forgot how good that used to make me feel.
Oh, weird.
I walked in.
Is it like one at a time type of deal? You have to have your mask on? What's going on in there?
You do have to have your mask on, which
gets it very wet, I bet.
Wet, and it's hard.
I feel like you're like waterboarding yourself.
No, it is unbelievable, dude. I hate to say it. Nobody can actually do it. Like everybody's kind of sitting there with like their nose out because like you will die. You will die in a sauna with a mask on.
Holy shit.
It's 200 degrees, dude. It's 200 degrees. Sweat is dropping down your face, and you are like breathing through like a wet sock.
Yeah.
You're like, this can't be good.
I'm gonna die.
And I think they used to
I'm gonna die or get molested.
And pre-COVID, it was slightly less likely that you'd die than get molested. Now it's actually even.
Though there's a higher chance of getting molested pre-COVID.
Now that I think about it, that is where I met Gay Kenny, in the sauna. Which should have been my first dead giveaway. Because, like, not a lot of guys just strike up conversations in the sauna, you know? This one guy was listening to loud music on his phone in the sauna, which normally...
broke.
Well, my phone always overheats. I don't even know how his phone was doing it. But he was, like, an older guy. Older black guy listening to, like, Temptations. I was like, all right, dude. All right. Anybody else, I would have been pissed off.
Yeah.
If it was like some like young white guy listening to like, what the fuck is Jack Harlow or something? What's popping? Like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, I'm trying to relax,
Yeah,
dude.
get some fucking headphones, dude. But this guy was listening to "I Love You," and I was like, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do." That's good sauna music.
Yeah,
that.
I'm surprised they don't have like speakers in there.
Well, I'm glad they don't have speakers because the music they play at my gym fucking sucks. And the sauna is the one place I can get away from it. Like when I'm on the gym floor, I seriously considered getting headphones this week, like AirPods, but I'm against it because I feel like I'll look like a douche.
Nah, dude, they're fucking the best thing I've ever bought.
I know, and
it's so convenient.
And
to not have to deal with like any wires and shit. You just like plug them into your ear and it's good to go.
Yeah, but I will lose them in less than a week. I know it. I know it.
I've like fallen asleep in my bed with them before, and I'll wake up and find one and be like, damn, I'm not going to find the other one for like a week.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the problem, dude. The only way I ever don't lose stuff is if I don't take it off ever. And that's why the only accessories I ever have are things I wear every day at all times.
You know, watch, the chain.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't have any. I don't have anything. I never take any of these stuff off. My pants. I had the same pair of pants because I'll lose if I have any more pants, dude.
I sleep in my shoes.
I want to be able to find them the next day. What better way than just wear them to bed? But that's it. So I don't have any accessories that I wear some days. Everything I wear is every day. So my choices if I get AirPods are lose them immediately or wear them at all times. And either way, I'm gonna be pissed off at myself. If I'm a all the time AirPod guy, I don't want to be that guy.
It's a little douchey.
It is douchey. So, but like the music at the gym is just getting so bad that I really considered it.
Just get earplugs then. Like the disposable earplugs.
Just walk around with earplugs?
Yeah, walk around with earplugs, draw the little apple on them.
What do you listen to? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not even you. I don't even know what you said.
Yeah, just walk right by them. Don't even stop. Oh, sorry, I have noise cancellation on.
Yeah, man. There's good stuff. Developments. I know you saw this. I know the world has seen this. If you're following LFTS, we've been picking up some followers because of our little. I still haven't come up with a good name for it yet. At first I was thinking like Bar Madness, but I was like that. It doesn't rhyme enough with March to be good.
Baltimore. I feel like you got to throw Baltimore in there.
Yeah.
Baltimore bar brackets.
Baltimore bar bracket. That's good. I thought I've tried all of them out.
Be more bar bracket.
Be more bars. I like the word booze a lot. I love booze. So I was thinking like the booze bracket, Baltimore booze bracket. But that doesn't that insinuates that you're judging like
alcohols
from bars. But it all spawned from on Tuesday morning.
The Baltimore bar rat breakdown.
Yes. Oh, dude, that would be a good poll for like Towson specifically. Just like rate your least favorite bar rats. Because we could do an 8-man
bar rat.
We could do an 8-man bracket for the worst bar rats in Towson. There are enough, and they're all notorious. They're all infamous. Like that could be a poll.
We could even just put our own like nicknames for them, and people would get it.
Everybody would know. Everybody would fucking know. But it all started. I got this idea. It's a obvious idea. It's not like some unbelievable revelation I had. Like, wait a second, March Madness, bars, huh? But like,
wait, there's something there.
We could do something. Like, if only there was a way.
Only there was like a list, but they could fight each other.
Some kind of tournament where you could find out the best. How would I do it? But it started because
if only I had a piece of paper and a pen
and an Instagram. If only Instagram had a function where you could make polls. But Matt, the owner of Seasons, hits me up and he's like, I need your magic, kid. I need us to win this thing. And he sends me this post of a story that I sent to you guys. And it was for like Altus Apartments. I don't even know what Altus Apartments are. I'm assuming they're like one of those new buildings they're building in Towson.
Yeah.
And they had this thing that was Munch Madness, which is a good play on words.
Yeah.
And that's the best part of that bracket because the bracket itself is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry, no offense to Altus. But
no offense to Munch Madness.
No offense to Munch Madness.
The great minds behind Munch Madness.
But the fact that somebody went to college to get a marketing degree and made that bracket, just, we've talked about it enough on this podcast. It's proved every point both of us have ever made about that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Backyard was in it 17 times.
For food?
For food. And then Seasons goes up for their crab dip. I work at Seasons. I didn't know we had crab dip. But I know it's better than Backyard's crab dip. I know that for a fact. And then the other, I don't know if you like saw the rest of them, but it was like,
no, I clicked on the one for Seasons and voted for them.
It was the most random. It was like Towson Best orange chicken versus Insomnia cookies.
What?
I was like, what is this, dude? Who did this? How do you even judge that? Like, are Insomnia cookies ice cream better than Towson Best orange chicken? I was like, I don't even understand this at all. And of course, Towson Best gets smashed, and I'm like, that's bullshit, dude.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And then it was like Chick-fil-A nuggets versus like a margarita from On the Border.
What?
Who is doing this? Who did this?
I don't know.
Anyway, so I sent the Seasons post because Matt apparently thinks I'm a social media mogul. He's like, I need your magic. I'm like, my magic is me clicking on this and then sending it to my 7 friends.
Seeing this poll, this Munch Madness, and then a week later creating another one.
Yeah, copying it, not including Seasons Pizza in it. That's magic, baby. That's magical.
Can't lose if you're not in it, Matt. You got to think 5 steps ahead. I'm doing you a favor.
So I sent it to like when I first clicked on it, Seasons was losing like 20% to 80%.
Yeah, when I voted, it was a pretty drastic ratio. It's still,
which pisses me off. No shade to Backyard. Like I like Backyard. I think it's cool. Green Turtle, even before that, was a Maryland franchise. And then, the Towson and Fells locations left the Green Turtle franchise and started their own thing, Backyard. Didn't like the name at first. It's kind of growing on me. Not growing on me, but I'm just getting used to it. I haven't called it turtle in a while.
Yeah.
Like for the
You're
first
getting
couple.
complacent with it.
Yeah. I was avidly against it at first. I kept on calling it turtle for like 2 months after. I was like,
I'm still calling the roof the turtle shell.
Yeah, you got to. What is it? The backyard root shell?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Stupid.
The backyard roof.
Even a joke making
doesn't
fun
even
of
make
it
sense.
isn't good. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. The gazebo, who fucking knows?
Why is there a gazebo on the roof?
Shouldn't be.
Who does that?
Shouldn't be.
In the roof of a backyard? It doesn't exist.
So, I mean, no shade to backyard, but they like.
Oh fuck! It could be called the tree house. The backyard.
Now you're giving them ideas, dude. Now,
Fuck.
I hope. First of all, I hope no one from backyard is listening to this.
I just gave them $1 million idea.
Because now Seasons is going to call their patio the tree house.
But it doesn't make sense. It makes sense for the backyard. I hate to say it, but it makes sense.
Yeah, but dude, nothing at Seasons makes sense, dude. Seasons being in a tournament for their crab dip,
which
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't exist either. You're right.
I don't even know if they have crab dip. I really don't.
I don't think
dude,
they
I
do.
worked there over the summer. No one ordered crab dip.
No one ordered
wasn't on the
crab dip
menu?
for delivery.
That'd be a weird delivery order. Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
The dining hall wasn't open, so it's like, what am I going to do? Deliver somebody a fucking slice? I don't know. But I don't actually know how we fared in that. All I know is I sent it to you guys. I had people I know send it to like everyone they know. Like people in like New Jersey were voting for Seasons. I just told everybody vote for Seasons. Got us up to 50-50 tie.
Ooh.
And then I don't know what happened after that because I stopped caring because then I was already doing my own idea, which was better.
I got to do a bracket.
Yeah, that's what I really took away from all
I
that.
got to make my own bracket and then rig it.
So I had the novel idea. I was like, what is my favorite thing? I love going to bars. I love going to bars. And I love competitions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm going to do what no man has ever done, which is
Steal this other person's idea.
steal this other person's idea and list 64. 64. You think it's fucking easy? 64 Baltimore bars. At first, I thought I was going to do it by region. Towson, Fells, Canton, Fed, Hamden,
The
blah,
different,
blah, blah.
divisions.
Yeah, and then I realized Hamden only has really 2, maybe 3 bars to even speak of.
Yeah. Just Frasier's.
Blue Pit.
Well, I guess. Are you thinking Blue Bird or Blue something?
The one where
That's like a bar.
The one where we went to the reception afterwards.
Okay, yeah, that's Blue Pit.
Yeah. Blue Pit. I didn't even throw Zissimo's in there because
It's not really
It's not really a bar that I would.
It's like a towny bar.
Yeah. I put Fraser's in there though. Fraser's is like Hamden's bar, and I realized that Fells has like 1 billion bars that are good. So I just kind of did it. What I did was I took 64 bars, and then I wanted to seed the tournament. You know how you like seeding? So I grouped them into groups of 16, 4 groups of 16. A, B, C, and D. Those are the groups. A were the best bars. B, C, D being like the worst bars, I guess. But they're all good because they're all in the tournament.
Yeah, they made it.
Yes.
They're top 64.
And then I randomized within the groups. So if you're an A bar, I wasn't going to rank them 1 through 16. I was just like, look, you're an A bar. You're within the top 16 seeds. D bars within the bottom 16 seeds. B, C, so on and so forth. And I made a bracket out of it. And I'm not going to lie, dude. It is the most fun I've had in probably years.
Hell yeah.
I, for whatever reason, really enjoy making brackets. I remember when I was in college.
You've always been a list guy.
I'm a list guy.
I love lists.
I like the science of a bracket. There's not really much science to speak of. It's just like whoever wins goes here, and then whoever wins goes there, and then they go against each other. But I think that's dope for some reason.
It's healthy competition.
Healthy competition. It's cool. And so I've been sitting in my living room with like brackets and shit like that and like tracking the votes, fucking keeping score, tallying shit up, posting every night. And every now and then, like one or two bars per night, we'll share it to their story, and we'll get a bunch of people coming through voting and then following us at the end.
Yeah.
So we've picked up like 20 something followers in the past couple days because people want to know. People want to know what is the best fucking bar. I want to know. I want to gamble on it, dude.
Dude, we're taking bets.
I mean, I was thinking of ways to gamble on
You
it. But
gotta get a betting site to sponsor us and then let our fans bet on this.
But the problem is that once you involve betting, then people are gonna start cheating. It's easy to cheat an Instagram poll, especially if the Instagram poll only has like 100 something votes.
Yeah,
like
true.
you call a couple friends, dude, and then I'm just gonna be sitting there like fucking stop the steal, dude. Stop the steal. They're coming for. They're trying to take out the horse. I won't stand for it. But so far, a couple upsets, dude. Couple upsets. I had Das Beer Hall was the last overall seed. And Mosaic was the first overall all seed. Probably because at the time I was hanging out with this girl who was like 23, and she was helping me pick out bars. And so she was basically just listing like a bunch of like lit bars.
Yeah.
But
Like
then
the popular ones.
yeah, and then I realized our listeners are fucking. Our primary demographic is 25 to 34,
Our
which I really like.
primary demographic is voting 100% for high tops all the way through.
Yes, baby.
Based on GPS tags for listeners. We're fucking killing it in Cockeysville right now.
Oh yeah, High Tops is gonna win. Probably.
Tops, dude, it's crazy.
Cockeysville, Timonium.
Timonium and Sparks are probably gonna ride for fucking.
I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, both High Tops and Riley's are both in the next round. Riley's fucking beat Lee's in Canton, which I was surprised about. Lee's in Canton is like, I thought like people would be like, yeah, fuck Lee's, baby. Riley's? Cockeysville? Fucking slammed Cockeysville? Fucking dunked on him, dude. And then it was High Tops versus CVP, which that was my favorite matchup. Because I've always thought High Tops and CVP were like pretty similar. I always called High Tops the CVP of Timonium.
Yeah.
High Tops beat the fuck out of CVP. Now, CVP 6 years ago?
CVP 6 years ago.
That would have been a different
Also,
story.
I feel like some people, if you put like CVP Charles Villers, they'd be like, I'm voting that one.
Yeah, I accidentally tagged the Charles Village one first, and then I took it down and put the Towson one because I've never even been in the fucking Charles Village one.
It kind of sucks, to be honest. It's like super cramped. Honestly, a lot of old people were there when I went.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a Charles Village pub, dude, in Charles Village. The CVP Towson, though, that made the tournament. Both points made it in. Both of the points. Nacho Mama's Canton, couldn't do all of it. But yeah, I'm very excited for the next round. I'm nervous for the horse they're going up against Barco next round.
What was the outcome for the Frasers one?
Frasers beat Valley.
Okay, nice.
See, I was glad because I wanted to throw a bone to the artsy districts.
Yeah.
I
You
wanted
had the Crown in there. You had Frasers in there.
auto bars in it tonight.
Yeah, you had Club Chuck.
Club Chuck, yeah. Club Chuck lost though.
Club Chuck lost. Did the Crown win?
The Crown lost to Riptide. Ooh. The Crown lost to Riptide, which to me says that our listenership is slightly more bro-y than hipstery.
That's what it seems like.
Which I'm cool with.
Fine.
I'm fine with that. But yeah, I mean, the cool thing is that we get to the final. What I want to do, and this is where I'm getting off the rails here, but I don't think so. What I want to do is hopefully after we do this over the course of the next 2 weeks, we get enough bar involvement to where bars actually start. First of all, the bars that are posting it to their stories are the ones that are going to win.
Yeah.
Which good. You know, I tagged a couple bars where their Instagram was either like inactive or like, nobody would like, it was not even like their Instagram was just like a fake one of them, like Sunset Coves.
Yeah.
Just
had
a bunch
random
of like,
dude put it up.
it was literally like Sunset
a
Cove
fan account
had
of
like
a bar.
a bunch of like anti-Trump memes. And I was like, first of all, I know this isn't Sunset Cove's. I know for a fact this is not Sunset Cove's Instagram.
Have you been to Sunset Cove?
As soon as I saw one anti-Trump meme, I was like, no bar would do this. And especially Sunset Cove would not do this. There's two bars I know that are not posting anti-Trump memes. It's Sunset Cove and Tiki fucking Lee's. They are not doing that shit. So, but the way I look at it, it's like, look, dude, Sunset Cove probably should have won that one. But hey, you know what? You're not on fucking Instagram. That's on you, dude. And you don't share it to your story because you're thinking, oh, some random ass podcast.
And just like their clientele isn't following us,
Yeah. Then you fucking lose, dude. But by the end, it's going to be pretty much all bars that are sharing it, which means it's going to fucking blow up. What I want to do is actually get like a little belt made.
Ooh.
And then get like a nice poster board bracket for the winner and present it to them.
Dude, hell yeah.
I want to go down to the bar, email them first and be like, hey, just to let you know, you guys won the competition. We're going to present you with the first annual LFTS Baltimore Blues bracket belt. Maybe they'll hang it above their bar.
Yeah.
Just a belt with the big fucking logo.
Hell yeah.
It says 2021 bar champion, and then a little bracket poster board they can do whatever the fuck they want with. And then just have like a picture of us on the account, like shaking hands with the owner. You won,
dude. Yeah, we have to like have a Polaroid with us to then like take a picture of the moment to commemorate it. Yeah. And then they'll put that next to the belt.
That is what I'd love to do, and I hope I actually wind up doing that.
Dude, I'll help you do that.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen.
I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. And then it could become like an actual thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know, unless Baltimore Humor decides to do it. If Baltimore Humor takes our idea, they're gonna beat us out. They have way more following than us.
Yeah. Or hopefully they just shout it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hopefully they shout it out and don't steal the idea.
Yeah.
Like we did. Hopefully they're not like us.
Wait, we don't run Baltimore bar humor, do we?
Do we? There's only two things I know about Baltimore humor that I've gathered. The first thing is they're from the county. And the reason I know this is they have a lot of Valley Inn related memes. They also make a lot of memes referencing parts of the county that a person in the city would never reference.
Yeah.
Because to a person that lives in Baltimore City, the idea of even speaking about Cockeysville is like blasphemy to them.
Yeah, they're like, where is that?
Yeah, they're like, what? What?
Is that like by Arbutus?
Yeah, I grew up in Carroll County and I live in Canton, so fuck the county. It's like, okay, dude, great, cool. Fuck Cockeysville, right? When you say fuck Cockeysville, you're saying fuck live from the studio, dude. Because that's our fans, dude. You're talking.
We ride for Cockeysville.
We ride for Cockeysville. Cockeysville rides for us. We ride for Cockeysville, dude. God. My next gig at High Tops on April 16th, I'm going to show up. It's going to be fucking sold out. Fucking sold out.
Oh, fuck.
But, yeah, man. Those are the ideas we're working with. Baltimore, my only goal, not bracket related, but I think a very realistic goal for us, and no shade to Baltimore humor. I would like within the next year or two to have as much or more of a following than Baltimore humor. I think that's a realistic goal. I think we could do that. I think.
What are they at?
They're at like, I mean, I think we might have the same amount of followers as them, but like, come on.
We got to do next time the bracket's going to be about the best Baltimore Instagrams.
Yes, dude. And it's going to be like all Instagram models, us,
Baltimore humor.
And then a bunch of like Instagram thoughts.
Yeah.
That are going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we got to beat them.
Maybe a little Instagram model bracket would be nice in the future. That's
maybe. I don't know.
That's doable. That's a very guy-centric.
A little objectifying at some points, but
I mean, look.
I don't know.
You know, the way I look at it is if you're an Instagram model, your business is objectifying, you know? So you already did the work.
Jesus.
I mean, but for real. I'm being real here. It's not like I'm just not like I'm picking out random girls.
I'm just remembering the time Instagram like pulled one of our posts down for like screen capping our explore page that they gave us.
Yeah, dude, I'm going hog wild with these bracket ideas. I gotta cool it.
You gotta cool up on the bracket.
I gotta cool it for now.
You're gonna burn yourself out.
Just focus on the bars. We'll say the Instagram models for summer.
Bikinis. We gotta wait for a different season, a different theme. We gotta wait for that other property group in Towson to figure out another scheme, and then we'll steal it.
Yeah. I'm gonna DM Altus and be like, yo, you guys should make another bracket. See what they do, take it, do it better. We've already done it better than Altus.
Oh, yeah.
That was easy.
That was easy money.
All we had to do was just make mildly any sense at all, and we beat Altus. That was easy pickings, dude. Or maybe Baltimore's Best Podcast. Well, that'd be very rigged. I feel like we'd still lose even on our own page.
We gotta somehow usurp Baltimore humor, but on the DL. We become shadow figures for it. We have them run a best podcast poll bracket, and then we fix it.
We rig it.
Fix it. We rig it.
Yes. We toss them a couple bills.
Oh yeah,
$5 bills, 20 of them. $100,
$25 bills. These are silver notes, okay?
Yeah, dude, these will be worth something someday. $5 approximately.
Approximately each. And there's 20 of them, mind you.
Can you count? No, I actually did hit up Baltimore Humor about something in the past. They actually came across our page and shared one of our memes to their story.
Ooh.
And it was the meme I did with Mayor Jack Young at the time, where he was saying, like, if you don't follow the laws, you will be arrested, you will blah, blah, blah. And then it had, like, you know, that, like, sideways looking monkey meme where he's like, whoop, whoop, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where it was basically like, oh, don't look at me. And it was just, it said dope boys, squeegee kids, and politicians that, like, all break the laws constantly and nobody does shit to them. Yeah. Baltimore Humor shared that to their story. It got us a ton of traffic.
Ooh.
A ton of traffic. And then I hit them up and I was like, hey, would you mind posting that to your feed and just shouting us out? Just being like, yo, don't sleep on LFTS podcast. Best memes.
Best memes.
Don't sleep on LFTS podcast for the best memes. And they never got back to me.
Don't listen to the podcast. Check out the memes.
I mean, really, if you're going to do a fucking Instagram page, fuck the podcast, dude. LFTS meme cast. But yeah, if you're not already, follow us on Instagram. Check out our story. We're doing it every day. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun. Other than that, that's consumed 90% of my week in the past week.
Good. A nice time filler, but also like it's been a good thought experiment.
Mm-hmm. It's really fallen into the theory that we've proven time and time again, which is people like talking about themselves. People like seeing where they stack up and stuff. So it gives everybody a chance. Like we've had so much success just with any polls, you know?
Yeah.
So now throughout the day, I just have like a random thought where like a debate in my head. And I'm like, I'm going to make this a poll. Which is perfect for me because I do that all day anyway.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting like in the sauna and I'll be like, do you pronounce niche like niche or niche? And then just, hey, make that a fucking poll. See what happens, you know? But yeah, that's been the main thing this week, I would say.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. Mm-hmm. I've been enjoying it. Did you see the shit about I think it was today maybe about Amazon where like some like leaked email came out from someone being like, you guys have to stop leaving feces and bottles of urine in your bags when you check them back in. Because like apparently there's like always been some like talks about how like Amazon is like they don't let their employees use the bathrooms when they're working. They have to like pee in bottles and shit. But like, yeah, apparently I guess there's like poop bags that they just like take a shit in and they have to like check it in.
Are you serious? That's a real thing?
I'm not fucking sure.
There is no way.
I don't know, dude. That's some of the shit. I don't know if that's exactly what I read, but it was like a email from HR being like, all delivery drivers need to stop checking in their bags with urine bottles and feces bags in them. We can track these easily. We can like figure out who checked it in, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And now like Amazon's like Twitter keeps going back and forth being like, I can't believe you guys believe these rumors. Like they're like official Twitter.
Well, see, when you first started this story, I thought you were saying that customers were...
No, they're employees.
But now that's what's going to happen, obviously. Like now that it's public, I feel like the new thing is probably going to be people like pissing in a bottle and putting it, like when you do a return. Have you ever done an Amazon return before?
No.
Like, it's easy.
Just like shipping it through UPS or whatever?
No, you literally, it's dope actually. I wish I could return more stuff because of how dope it is. But literally, if you like, I did it for the fans, the camera fans that I never wound up using for anything ever, because we don't need them. But I I had to return 2 of them because I bought 30 of them accidentally instead of 3. And yeah, I bought way too many.
About
I was
that.
like, they were probably like, dude, why does this guy need so many fans? And then I got them, and then I was like, you're right, Amazon. I don't need this many cheap fans. And so you just go into Kohl's and you just hand it to them. That's all. You go into any Kohl's location, which is convenient because there's a Kohl's right by the studio up the street. And I was thinking maybe people were in their returns just leaving like bottles of urine to like say fuck you to Amazon type of thing, which is weird because you're saying fuck you to a company that you just bought something from.
Yeah.
So it's like, give me that product, sign me up for Amazon Prime, and also I'm pissing this bottle and sending it back to you.
No. I was looking it up a little bit right now, and basically, like, so their delivery drivers, they have like a certain quota to deliver every day, and they're basically like, they either won't hit it, and they get to like have bathroom breaks and shit, or they just pee in bottles and make their deliveries so they don't lose their job. But like, I think like Amazon tweeted out something along the lines of like, nobody would work for us if you had to pee in bottles.
Some people would work for you if you had to pee in bottles.
Like, are you sure? A lot of people don't have jobs right now.
I can confidently say I would still work for somebody if I had to pee in a bottle. Because I pee in a bottle sometimes at the studio.
I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to pee in a bottle.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to see how much I can fill it up. Sometimes it's too cold to go outside and piss behind the garage.
But if you're driving and peeing in a bottle, the worst situation you can get yourself in is that bottle fills up. You're still in the middle of driving, and you need to go still.
Oh, yeah. So you got to dump it out the window?
Yeah, and then it always gets on your seat or like whatever else. Like, it's just a mess.
How good are you at stopping peeing mid-piss? Can you do that?
I can do that, but like sometimes like near the top of the bottle, like you always forget how quick it fills up up there because it curves in. Yeah. You're not thinking about that when you're peeing, dude.
Yeah.
You just like start feeling warmth on the head
Especially
of your
when you're driving.
dick, and you're like, oh no.
You look down, you see how fast it's filling up at the bottom. You're like, all right, let me focus on the road here. You look down.
All
Oh
of a
no!
sudden, it feels like I'm fucking making tea with my dick. Like, no.
The best bottles to pee in are Miller High Life bottles because it's a perfect cylinder into a perfectly tapered thing. So it's like the speed at which it fills up is it's perfectly gradual, as opposed to like a Bud Light bottle, which is, and so it's like, you know what I mean?
I guess.
Miller High Life's like overflow. But I mean, really, when you think about it, there's plenty of jobs where you have like truckers, like you said it, truckers. They have like a thing, don't they have like a thing that they wear?
Yeah, probably.
Because like they have to make shipments on time, you know, and maybe they spent too much time getting a blowjob at a truck stop, and they got hot back on the road, and they're like, shit, I forgot to piss. Good thing I have this fucking thing, and then they just piss while they're driving. I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
I guess.
And people still truck.
But like, if you had to like wear a diaper to your job.
Wouldn't wear a diaper.
Yeah, that'd be like demoralizing.
I would not wear a diaper, but I would wear like a little thing around my dick, like a catheter thing. That
like a reverse fake bladder.
Yes.
Like a reverse fake a drug test pee thing.
I would do that.
You just pee into the bag.
At least for a day, I would do that. Just to like, I mean, honestly, I kind of want to be sponsored by them because I would love to have one of those.
I just don't want to buy it.
Yeah, I want to buy it.
I want to
buy a piss bag. But like, if you send me one for free, Amazon.
Wouldn't you have to like? Do you have to put the tube into your dick?
No, it goes around your dick like a condom, I think.
Huh.
It's not like a hospital catheter, I don't think.
Okay.
Because I would not want that.
Yeah, that would suck.
But like a condom to go around your dick with a hole at the end, I've always thought that was a good idea, dude. I'm up playing a set at the Horse, not on a Friday night, up on stage, everybody's feeling it. I've been drinking. Play another song. I gotta piss. Oh wait, I forgot. I have a piss bag strapped to me on my
I
side that
have a balloon that's gonna fill up and look like I have a hernia for the rest of my set.
but people think it's cool, dude, because I'm at the horse, bro. It's Friday.
I know,
So I'm
but
just mid semi-charm life. Doot, 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 doot,
piss
doot.
bag bursts. Piss everywhere. It looks like you pee your hips somehow.
Yeah, dude. And that's when I immediately go to say it ain't so. Oh, oh, I pissed on the horse stage.
Say it ain't so.
Whoa.
Should've went with the catheter. Piss condom, unreliable. It slid right off of my dick.
Amazon sponsored me. Now I have to return this with full of pee. Gotta return my pants and my piss bag, dude. Which one's gonna have more piss on them, dude? You'll never know. Yeah, dude. That's interesting.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
You know? I mean, do you think it's real?
Yeah, probably.
You think it's real?
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine.
If I had a job where I was like forced to piss in a bottle and I like was just like I was up to here with it, you know?
Yeah.
I'd probably start leaving those piss bottles everywhere.
Well, I believe that people would do that, but what I'm having a hard time believing is that that is an actual thing. Like, is it an actual thing that Amazon employees have to use diapers and piss bottles and poop bags?
I'm going to go ahead and say it's 100% a thing.
I'm going to go ahead and say
Allegedly.
I believe you because I want to believe you. And like,
let me read the thing that was going around. So there's like an email that was sent out. This evening, an associate discovered human feces in an Amazon bag that was returned to station by a driver. This is the third occasion in the last 2 months when bags have been returned to station with poop inside. We understand that delivery associates may have emergencies while on road, especially during COVID. Delivery associates have struggled to find bathrooms while delivering. Regardless, DAs must not return bags to station with poop inside. We've noticed an uptick recently of all kinds of unsanitary garbage being left inside bags. Used masks, gloves, bottles of urine. By scanning the QR code on the bag, we can easily identify the DA who was in possession of the bag last. These behaviors are unacceptable and will result in Tier 1 infractions going forward.
I would say that's probably Tier 1.
It's definitely a Tier 1
I don't know what
infraction.
Tier 1 is, but that sounds like a Tier 1 infraction.
I feel like whoever leaked this email, I think that's a Tier 2.
Yeah.
Please communicate this message to your drivers. I know it may seem obvious or like something you shouldn't need to coach, but please be explicit when communicating the message that they cannot poop or leave bottles of urine inside bags. The health and safety of all DAs and Amazon associates will always be our top priority. None of us should have to deal with these kind of messes. Please respond and confirm that you've received this email. Thanks for your support. The person's name, on-road area manager.
What was the person's name?
Amazon Logistics. I don't want to put them on that blast.
I mean, it's
but,
already on blast, dude. It's on the
Jen
internet.
Snyder.
Jen Snyder. Okay, Jen Snyder. Here are my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard the stories about Amazon being extremely meticulous and strict and like putting a lot of pressure on their employees. But there is something like common sense, I think, would dictate that the number one company in the world knows that if they're holding their workers to that kind of conditions in America, you can get away with anything in fucking another country. That probably is run of the fucking mill at the iPhone factories in Indonesia, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Amazon has a lot of their factories in America. They would have to believe that that's going to get out. And that is terrible PR. And so I can't imagine that even if they really wanted you to have to shit in a bag and piss in a bottle to meet quota, that they would actually make their employees do that. The second thing is, if I were Jen Snyder, the Tier 1 infraction manager, piss bottle supervisor,
Inspector. Fecal matter bag inspector.
we can easily sniff test this and know exactly who it came from.
We have QR codes on the shit.
When he
We'll
branded
find you.
all of your assholes with QR codes, everything that comes out, we know.
We all put QR Play-Doh molds on your assholes
We
when you clock in every day.
We made anal fleshlights of all your assholes. We know what all of them look like. Don't try to pull anything over on us here at Amazon.
Yeah, we just got PSR back on the poop and poop shot residue.
So the other thing I was going to say is that if you're a manager where she claims to have had 3 of these infractions, she also claims that they are trackable. Mm-hmm. Why would you send a mass email? Because I
think that might have been an email to managers, it seems like.
Okay.
And it said, tell your drivers, like, this may seem like a simple thing, but please be explicit. Tell them to not poop and leave it in the bags when they check them back in.
But even once you tell them that, even once you send that email to the managers and the managers tell all their employees.
Yeah.
If I'm an Amazon employee that hasn't thought of that yet.
Yeah, everyone's going to be doing that
I feel like that's going to happen way more often.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the new way to quit.
Who's doing it if every bag has poop in it now?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that just sucks. Now I'm going to start checking like the outside of my Amazon boxes for like skid marks now.
It just seems to me like that's something like if a small group of people are doing that, that's something that I'd want to keep on the. I would either contact them directly if I actually have the capacity to track it.
Yeah.
Or I would like contact that specific manager and be like, I need you to talk to this specific person. First of all, I need you to fire this person.
Yeah.
Don't even tell them why. I wouldn't want to mention it because once you mention it, people are just going to talk about it, be like, yo, did you hear Bill got fired? Why? He
scanned his shit. They had it in the system.
You're telling me Bill was taking shits in his shit bag and putting it in the packaging? And he's like, yeah, that's what Bill was doing. And Tim's gonna be hearing him and be like, that's a good idea. Because I'm about to quit this fucking job because I hate this fucking job. And I'm tired of shitting in this bag and having to carry it all the way over to some place that we dispose of it when I could just throw it in this guy's fucking video game package or whatever. So I think either Amazon is dumb for making it public or making it at least known to a certain amount of people. If somebody was shitting on my doorstep every day, I would not send an email to everyone in my apartment building and say, please stop shitting at 11:15. Because then multiple people are going to start shitting at 11:15.
Yeah, because it's hilarious now.
It is hilarious. Somebody's dog already did shit out front of my door.
Oh my God.
And I think I know whose dog it was. Because it was like college kids.
They definitely saw it happen, right? Like,
of course
would you not clean that
they
up?
like shittily cleaned it up.
Oh
like they cleaned it
God.
up. There was still like shit on the floor. And I kept on smelling it whenever I walked into my kitchen. I was like, why does my kitchen smell like shit? I kept on checking my shoes, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Finally I go outside and I was like, it smells even worse out in the hallway. Look down, lo and behold, there's shit all over the floor. They tried to mask it up with like Febreze and stuff.
Yeah, there's like a stamp of dog shit.
Yeah. QR code.
The perfect circle. The spiral.
It like didn't work, the Febreze. So I was like, I got an idea. I'll clean it up and then I'll use my Febreze. Just because my Febreze, I got like the grade A stuff. It's literally
you boiled it down on the stove to get it concentrated.
Febreze reduction.
Yeah.
A Febreze roux. And my flavor that I use over the winter is literally called wood. Doesn't smell like
over
wood.
the winter. You have a season specific Febreze.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I do that for candles, but
candles, Febreze, soaps, hand soaps. I do seasonal.
Okay.
Right now it's pomegranate apple. Got to run through that so I can get to fucking like sea foam and ivory or whatever the fuck summer soaps there
Sandalwood.
Sandalwood.
And lavender.
Cool breeze.
Yeah.
Cool Fiji.
Ocean mist.
These are all summer scents. Nobody knows what they are. They're just concepts. That's kind of how.
Maybe we have a summer scent seminar on Instagram.
Yeah.
A
Best
summer scent summit.
summer scent summit.
Yeah.
We picked the best made up fucking scents.
Yeah.
Like just ridiculous scents. They make no sense.
Obtuse
scents. And then we post them out there. That really is kind of how scents work. Like I saw this meme where it was like women's deodorant smells like a thing, like I'll say like lavender and chamomile. But men's deodorant is always just like a concept, like Bear Claw or Sports Rush. And you're like, what does sport? First of all, sports don't smell good.
Yeah, or it's like a masculine situation, like volcanic, whatever.
Yeah. Getting head. Hell yeah. I smell like getting head, right?
Yeah. Jean-Pierre's getting head.
Getting head. Aqua de jour.
Le parfum de getting head.
Yeah, dude. But some girls wear man deodorant, which I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's just like it's like more antiperspirant than female deodorant. It's like stronger acting because they, I guess men sweat more.
I feel like women sweat more.
They might. Maybe when they're around you, dude.
Yeah, dude. But they don't sweat more than me when I'm around them. They don't smell like bear claws. No, I gave up on the made up scents a long time ago. When I was in middle school, I was a big Pure Sport guy. And then I got Axe in 9th grade because I believed the commercials.
Axe is like, you think it's the key to the city of pussy.
Yeah.
When you're in middle school.
Who would have known this is all I had to do?
I know.
Just get Axe.
Like, I just have to be brave enough to get Axe next time I go to the store.
Get Axe, get ass, baby. That should have always, that pretty much was their motto.
It was the motto.
It was like unspoken.
It was implied.
Yeah, it was implied. Like, you're going to get ass if you wear Axe. And it actually turned out to be quite the opposite.
Oh, yeah. It just,
for me, at least.
It was too pungent.
I'm sure plenty of people got ass wearing Axe. I never did.
But I think when you're a kid and you see the commercial where the dude gets like one spritz of it on him and like a million girls show up, and you're like, damn, I'm going to use half the bottle on me before I go to fucking gym class.
Yeah. I'm going to use this instead of washing my gym uniform.
Yeah.
I'm just going to spray it with Axe once every week. Real heavy duty style. Do they still make Axe? I know they do, but like it's definitely not as popular.
It's probably
as it was.
not the same.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of really got... It's difficult when you're a company because you really have to try and, like, kind of like bands, for instance, like Nickelback. Nickelback started out as just a band, dude. A band that had, like, some good songs. Admittedly, dude, this is how you remind me of what I really not like. It's a good song.
Look at this photograph.
That's not the best song.
It's not the best, but it's like literally in a Google commercial now.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, its staying power is pretty good.
It's everyone
knows it.
I've never understood why Nickelback got the rap they did. Like, people would always be like, oh, their lyrics are so simplistic and stupid and blah, blah. It's like, have you listened to the radio? Like, what are we listening to? Fucking, it's like they play.
Have you been to my gym?
I know. Have you heard that shit? Every one of the bands at LA Fitness should have a worse reputation than Nickelback. But Nickelback, like I said, just a group of guys set out to make music, do what most people will never do, which is reach the top of the charts multiple times over. And then suddenly they become known as like the worst band ever. And that sucks because how do you avoid that?
Yeah.
Like, were they really the worst band ever?
Just the public opinion just sways like instantly.
Yeah. And then you're fucked. And then it becomes a meme to hate you. And then people are embarrassed. Even people that do like you are embarrassed to say they like you because of the meme of hating you. So even like people that do fuck with Nickelback now have to be like, oh yeah, Nickelback. I mean, they're not that. They sound like me right now. People that like Nickelback sound like me, and I don't even really fuck with Nickelback like that.
Well, if they want to bring me on tour, just remember I defended you.
Well, that's a good point. How many bands are willing to open for Nickelback?
Every band.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a good payday.
Oh, yeah, I bet. But, yeah, it just kind of sucks the way that goes down. I was actually watching a YouTube video that was like, worst album ever. And then I listened to the album, and it was like some like known band's album. It was like Alice in Chains, like the third album. And I remember listening to it and be like, damn, I've never even made an album good enough to be considered the worst album ever. Like you have to. The weird.
I don't have an album.
Yeah. The weird thing about that is like when you say worst music video ever, what it really means is like of the ones that we as a society accept as like a passable music video, this is the worst of those because there are plenty of
worse music videos than the shit that's in those playlists.
Yeah, you could go on YouTube and find a music video.
It's the worst of the best.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So being called the worst band ever, you're still better than most bands that aren't even known enough to be called the worst band ever.
Yeah, you're a professional musician.
Yeah.
You're like, you're good.
It's like being the worst team in the NFL. Like the worst team in the NFL is still smacking the college football national champions.
Yeah.
Which I, to this day, would really love to see that. Just because there are a certain amount of people that don't agree with that. There are people that think like if Alabama played the New York Jets, Alabama would win. And I'm like, no, dude. No.
I think we have another bracket.
Best college
versus NFL Super Bowl.
Yes, dude. I mean, see, that's something that like that just, when people say stuff like that, it says to me, you just don't understand how fucking how sports work, how anything works, really. Everybody on the New York Jets was one of the best players on their college team. Like, Alabama is a dominant college football team because every year they send like 12 guys to the NFL. Everybody on the New York Jets is in the NFL.
Yeah.
Even the guys that aren't starting. They were all the top 3 guys on their college team. So how could you, in any fashion, in any facet, assume that the Crimson Tide would roll Tide over the Jets, dude? The Jets would smoke them. It'd be a fucking blowout.
What about their like B team?
Practice squad?
Yeah, practice squad versus college A team.
It would probably be a close game. Closer. But I think the practice squad would still win, for sure. Because, like, I don't really know how that stuff works. You know, practice squad, like, you still have to be dope. Like, I think we had one guy from our high school, Yannick, Cujo Virgil, got drafted or, like, walked on or something. I think I got drafted to the Titans. He played at Maryland in his senior year. Went to the Titans.
I think he walked on to the football team at Maryland.
Yeah.
And I think he got drafted to the Titans.
Yeah, he played D2 for a couple different schools, which, for anybody wondering, if you're wondering what D2 is, don't ask me. I don't know.
What, Division 2?
Division 2, yeah, because you have, like, Division 1, which is, like, all the big colleges, and then you have, like, D3, which is, like, York College, McDaniel, Frostburg, like, shit like that, like, schools. But D2 is technically better than D3, but most people probably couldn't name you one Division 2 school. Like, nobody knows what a Division 2 school is.
Well, it's like how you can't name fucking, like, any other team than the Abingdon, whatever the fucking...
Aberdeen Ironbirds?
Yeah, Aberdeen Ironbirds. I don't know any other, like, undercard team for baseball.
Yeah, you kind of got to know... Yeah, nobody knows minor league baseball teams. I mean, I do now because over the course of the past 3 weeks... I mean,
I've become a huge fan.
I've become a huge fan of AA ball. Gotta have my Bowie Bay Sox, baby. Let's go Bowie. Baba Bowie. Bay Sox. I know the Orioles are the Norfolk Tides. They're our AAA team. Then we have the Bowie Bay Sox. They're our AA team. Single A, we have the Frederick Keys.
Ooh.
Let's go Keys, please. Keys, please.
Chingle Changle.
And then Aberdeen Ironbirds, I don't even know what they're like single A Division 2. Cal Ripken just bought a team and he was like, can I make this a single A team? They were like,
yeah, we'll let you do anything to bring publicity to our sport.
Aberdeen cannot wait to have a team. I think the Aberdeen Ironbirds were Cal Ripken's version of the Towson Spiders. I think Cal Ripken always wanted a team for his hometown, Aberdeen, Maryland. And
he didn't know about fantasy baseball at the time.
They didn't have it.
Had enough money to just be like, well, let me just make a team.
And they were like, are they going to play anybody? Well, there's no other team in your team's league.
Yeah. No, they're gonna be like kind of the Globetrotters of minor league baseball. Just a bunch of trick shots and goofs on the other players.
You guys are just gonna play the Catonsville Clowns every weekend. You're gonna just fucking hit inside the park homers on the Catonsville Clowns. We're gonna get random people from throughout Baltimore to play for Catonsville. You get Jimmy Selesky at first base, just fucking.
Oh my god!
starting pitcher for the
whole
Clowns.
Starting lineup of the Clowns comes out in one car.
Yeah, our tour bus is just a fucking PT Cruiser. Hell yeah, dude! I'd love to play for the Catonsville Clowns, dude. I'm pissed off I didn't invent them, dude. When I was back making my teams, dude. But I think Cal Ripken came up at a time there was no MLB baseball 1986. Where you could create your own team. I mean, I think he was an adult. 1974, MLB baseball, 1K74. No, not a thing. So he had to wait his whole life.
Back then.
Yeah. He probably still was playing fucking Space Invaders and was like, I'm the Ironbirds. I'm the Ironbirds.
That's what he probably named his fucking little Space Invader ship, dude. The Ironbird.
I'm sure there's a couple old bar game machines in Aberdeen still to this day with Ironbird 1 in there. High score, and it's Cal Ripken's, dude. I hope so. That'd be fucking sweet.
I made it up, but I hope so.
I'm gonna go to Aberdeen tomorrow and do it right before I go to Catonsville and go to every bar in Catonsville and get the high score and call it Clown 3. Go Clowns, baby. But nobody knows what the fuck that is. But we were talking about making lists.
Oh wait, we're talking about shit. Let me just get this out of the way.
Oh yeah, my bad.
This happened like right before. Maybe like an hour, kind of when I got home tonight. I like woke up this morning before work and I had to take like the craziest dump of my life. So that's just to set this up.
Perfect.
I get home, do my thing. I go pick up a banh mi sandwich up the street, come back. I'm like, ooh, let me pee. I lift up my toilet seat and like, do you ever have a shit where like sometimes afterwards there's like a little speck like behind your ass under the toilet seat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I lift up my toilet seat and there's like 3 specks on like the left side of the toilet seat underneath of it, like to the right of my ass.
Were you like, I mean, how crazy was this shit, dude? Like, were you
Apparently I was riding the shit sideways.
You were like on a mechanical bull, just trying to stay on the toilet.
I got jacked up on my right side, apparently. Apparently I was spreading my ass. Literally at like 90 degrees.
Now that
I literally had never seen anything like it in my life
that
before.
is conviction, bro. That is conviction. Yeah, dude.
I had like the mechanical bull ride of shits this morning, apparently.
Look, man, the underside of the toilet seat is really the dead giveaway for everyone, dude. You can go to even your cleanest friend's house and check under that toilet seat.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate to say it because you and I both love girls, right? We love girls, dude. Girls make up 30% of our listening base, according to SoundCloud analytics. Cockeysville girls.
Cockeysville Cougars.
Cockeysville Cougars.
My minor league baseball team.
There we go, dude. Now we're fucking talking. That's a whole division right there. Towson Spiders, Cockeysville Cougars, Aberdeen Ironbirds, Catonsville Clowns. That's a fucking division right there, dude. Every other state, step it the fuck up, dude. We got our shit ready. But like girls, here's the problem with girls. They don't ever have to lift up the toilet seat.
They never know what's under there.
They never know. And if you invite a guy over, he is going to lift your toilet seat up to be polite. Because we know that girls
hate it when you pee all over the toilet seat.
Yeah. But you know what guys hate? You know what guys hate even more than when girls hating guys pissing on toilet seats?
Being reminded that they have bodily functions.
Lifting up your toilet seat that hasn't been lifted up in decades and seeing that you've never cleaned it. And now your bottom of your toilet seat looks like Eric's toilet seat, but 360. like you've just fucking
An even gradient of just brown to red, front to back.
Nobody wants to see that, dude. If you're a girl, lift up your toilet seat right now and wipe the fucking bottom of it, dude. I know for a fact you're missing something. You are.
Everyone misses a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I take it easy on mine because, like, I pay a lot of attention to the rim. Not the seat, the rim.
Yeah.
The rim is doomed at my house, dude.
Like the backsplash, the backboard.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the backboard. I'm banking all my pisses, dude. You guys are hitting that nothing but net, dude. I'm fucking granny shot, banking it in, baby. There's just a fucking big yellow square on the back of my toilet. That's how you really do it, dude. That's how you really do it.
Yeah. I've never been a person to pee in the water just because I think it's too loud.
Well, there's a science to it. And the science is if you're going to piss in the water, you got to aim dead center because the more deep the water is that you're pissing into, the louder and deeper it sounds, and that makes your dick sound bigger.
There's a science to
There's
it.
a science.
It has nothing to not splashing piss everywhere, but
Like,
all to do with making your dick sound big.
oh yeah, fuck the splash zone, dude. Who gives a shit about the splash zone? What I'm talking about is if you have a girl over and you go to take a piss,
Yeah,
you have
just
two.
do some radio theater, you know?
Yeah.
Open the door. Like zip. All right, guess I gotta take this off the sink and move it near the toilet. All right, there go the balls. Turn the shower on.
Yeah. Aim the shower into the toilet.
The entire bathroom floor filling with water.
She's
Not
gonna
even
think
yellow.
my dick is-
Get the yellow dropper out. Food color everywhere. You need it to look like pee.
She's gonna be sitting in the other room like, this guy has a huge dick. And I've already seen it. I can't believe it sounds so
It
huge.
sounds so big. You
No.
gotta stimulate all their senses.
Actually, Ivan has a joke about this, and that's kind of like where it kind of solidified in my mind that it is a thing where he was like talking about a girl. He was over and then he was pissing, and then she said, "That don't sound like a big dick pissing in there." And I was like, "Oh, so it is a thing." Like, whether you like it or not, people are hearing you piss. And like when I go to take a piss, you have to decide, are you gonna bitch out on the piss? Like if it's like there's two check marks that you have to hit as a guy peeing. The first is you got to have a solid length of piss. Like you can't go in there and go like
and then be done. And then be like, wow, you're holding that in,
yeah.
dude.
Like, dude, you pissed for 5 seconds. That's embarrassing.
Come on.
A man piss should be like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll wake up. I timed myself one time. I had over a minute long piss.
Oh yeah, dude.
Those are the best.
That's when you got to
You
call
always
up
feel like
your girlfriend.
fucking Austin Powers when he gets unfrozen. You're like, Jesus Christ, when is this over? Yeah, halfway through, you're like, all right, I feel better now. Because, like, you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm about to explode. I have so much
Yeah.
piss. Halfway through, you're like, all right, it doesn't hurt anymore, but I can't tell when this is going to be done.
Yeah, you're pissing. You're like, damn, I'm getting hungry, dude. I'm getting hungry.
Gotta brush my teeth.
Like, this is really cutting into my day. This fucking long ass piss. So you got to have like 20 seconds is a little overkill. Maybe 10 to 15 seconds, I think, is stable. Like, shoot for 10 to 15 seconds. If you don't think you can make it
That's
10,
healthy.
If you can't make 10 to
Also,
15 seconds,
don't hurt yourself holding in your piss. Like, I think that should be the message too. Like, if you can't hold it in, go for it. Like, by all means, go for it. We don't want anyone getting hurt here. But if you don't want to be a bitch,
yeah.
at least wait for like a 15, 20 second piss.
15, 20 seconds. And if you really are, if you don't just want to be a bitch, if you are a bitch and you have to pee when you're only going to be able to muster up 5-6 seconds, piss on the side of the bowl. Don't make a sound.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make it 15 seconds, you got to fucking flex that shit. You piss directly in the middle of the bowl, loud as fuck, 15 loud seconds of pissing. That's fucking man shit right there. And I have never scientifically verified this. Maybe we'll do a poll for this. Who fucking knows? But I want to know if girls actually like think any type of way when they hear a guy pissing, like the length of time, how loud it is, stuff like that. You got to think something like when I hear a girl peeing, every now and once in a blue moon, I'll hear a girl peeing. And, you know, I want a girl to tinkle. Girls should tinkle. It should be like, girls pee weird. It doesn't come out as like a stream. It comes out as like a fucking like
Faucet.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, and it comes in like movements, like a classical music. It just like comes and then boom, 10 seconds later comes again. Speaking of girls pissing, we've talked about this before. Where do you stand on the squirt is pee debate?
I don't really even know, to be honest. If it is pee, I don't really care. If it's not, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Where do you think it is?
Up until 2 weeks ago,
You thought it was pee?
I thought it was pee.
Ooh.
And my brother insisted I was wrong, to which I, of course, insisted, no, you're fucking wrong, Dom. I'm older than you, which means I'm righter than you about everything. That is generally a good rule, I think, a good rule of thumb. But I looked into it, and there's actually a gland, because it comes out of the pee hole, which is a dead giveaway. And I was in a debate with someone, and then we looked it up, and there is an actual gland. It's called like the Skene gland, which is creepy in and of itself. Skene sounds like a weird guy. But Skene discovered the squirting gland, which maybe he's a dope guy. Who fucking knows?
He found the squirting gland.
I mean, hey, Skene, apparently not so bad after all, dude. He was the originator of the squirt is not pee movement. But there's a little gland that goes around the girl's urethra, just inside, behind the clitoris, and it has liquid in it. And that's what comes out.
There you go.
So I have been converted, and squirt is not pee.
Yeah.
But I still very much sympathize with squirt is pee truthers. And so even though I know that to be false,
I think it's funny, like, if you're like kind of in a playful argument, it's fun to call it pee.
of course it is. It's way more fun to call it pee.
Yeah.
First of all, it's more fun to take, and this is maybe just a personality thing. As a general rule of thumb, it's more fun to take the less popular side on certain things.
It's great.
It's more. First of all, it's a great way.
It's kind of the only way to have like a fun conversation without just like constantly agreeing to people.
And that was another thing. I went to Towson Tavern with someone, and we had.
They didn't make the cut.
I went to Towson Tavern with someone, and yeah, they didn't get in. I figured Rec Room would cover all of them.
Yeah.
But Johnny Pisons is bartending there now. Great guy. Had a great night talking to him, eating dinner, stuff like that. And
having crab dip.
Oh yeah,
Ordered some crab dip from Seasons.
got it delivered to Towson Tavern. Turns out neither one of them have it. No, Towson Tavern does have good crab dip actually, but he was saying that broccoli was invented in a lab, and it was invented by an Italian guy named Broccoli.
Huh.
And my initial reaction was, dude, no, it fucking wasn't. Broccoli is definitely like a thing that grows. Like, you're telling me all broccoli is fake and was invented? It's not a naturally occurring plant?
Yeah. Was it like bred from an existing, like, is there like a, like, because like bananas in the wild are completely different than bananas you see at the grocery store.
Yes.
Is it a case like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it started because I had broccolini as my side.
Mm-hmm.
And broccolini is a hybrid of broccoli and some like leafy thing. It's actually weird. It's like
It's not
eating
bad.
It's like eating a liger. Like, you know, ligers are half lion, half tiger.
Yeah.
Eating a mule.
Broccolini can't reproduce.
It can't. It can't. You can't make spinach fuck broccoli. You just can't. But I'm assuming it's super fucking healthy. It's like a darker, longer stem broccoli with like leafy shit. It's weird. It's fucking weird. It's like you're eating an alien vegetable, but it's really good.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I really dug it, but I think it was like the first time I actually paid attention to it, and had it. But he was saying, and I think what he was trying to say is broccolini was invented in a lab. And when he said broccoli was invented by an Italian guy in a lab, I was like, okay, this is semi-believable because broccoli sounds like it could be an Italian guy's last name.
Yeah.
I'm
True.
Antonio Broccoli. They're like, that makes sense. Broccolini, especially broccolini. And so we're like kind of going back and forth, and like I haven't seen him in a long time, so I'm not trying to get in like a heated debate with the guy over fucking broccoli. So I just kind of like went along with it, and I was like, okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I believe it, blah, blah, blah. And then the person I'm with pulls out a phone and starts to Google it while we're in the middle of this like debate. And we're both like, no, don't Google it. Don't Google it.
What if I'm wrong?
Well, yeah, mostly that, but also this is the magic of life.
Yeah.
To me, the magic of life is, in terms of conversation, you're supposed to fucking argue about shit. Like, this is fun. We both are coming up to the bar with our very limited knowledge of broccoli. But now we're both very...
Neither of us eat broccoli.
Clearly. We're fucking drinking old fashions at Towson Tavern. We're not big broccoli guys, you know? In fact, we're so not big broccoli guys that the second we got broccoli, we were like, what the fuck is this? Let's discuss where this comes from. So, but that's the fun of it, you know? And like when our parents were growing up, and every generation pretty much before us being the first generation to have Google at our fingertips at all times, that's how they discuss shit. You would have long conversations about stupid shit, and you would get to know each other better, and you'd both get to practice your debating skills, and you both have to fucking think back to all the stuff you learned.
A month later, you'd have a random conversation with someone else, and then that would come up, and then you'd be like, ooh, I fucking got him. The next time I see that guy, I'm going to fucking let him hear it.
Exactly. But now you have a question, where's broccoli come from? Now you pull out your phone, you Google it. You just killed 30 minutes of conversation right there. Now what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about now? We can't talk about anything because
Kids are always on their phones.
They're always them kids.
That's why adults always pull that card.
They have a point. Adults, being apparently not us, have a point.
We're not adults.
We're not adults, dude.
For whatever reason, I don't think I'm an adult.
Yeah, I still say adults is a separate thing.
Yeah.
Adults, then you have us, and you have children. We are. They have like preteens and then teenagers. We're like pre-adults. We're like the middle schoolers of adults.
We're still pre-varsity.
Yeah,
Junior
JV.
varsity,
JV.
yeah.
We're JV adults. I think that's a good way of putting it. You have, like, and they kind of got, like, mad about it. They were like, oh, you made me feel like an idiot. And I was like, no, like, no shade. No shade. But, like, first of all, I don't want to Google something and prove somebody wrong. That's my friend.
Yeah. If you want to Google it, feel free, but just wait till after the conversation to be like, oh, I actually looked it up. Like,
So we Googled it later
yeah.
when we got home. Turns out broccoli was invented by an Italian guy, not in a lab, and it was like done in like ancient Roman times. So some guy like basically cultivated broccoli and then made it broccoli.
Nice.
So everybody was kind of like half right. Because I was like, dude, don't tell me broccoli was invented in a lab 25 years ago. I don't fucking believe that.
For real.
I don't fucking believe that, dude. But you tell me broccoli was invented on a farm 2,000 years ago. Okay, I can believe that.
Me and Elizabeth just watched this video last night, like popped up on my YouTube Explorer, and it was like about like the Cosmic Crisp apple, and it's like apparently like a brand new apple that someone has like literally been spending the last like 20 years of their life making a new apple, and there's literally been like $1 billion invested into making this apple. And having watched that pre you talking about the broccoli shit, I was kind of inclined to be like, all right, like, I guess that could be believable. Broccoli was made in a lab. Like,
Yeah. I mean, is the Cosmic Crisp apple fully invented now?
Yeah, it came out in
It just dropped?
like 2019 or something. A new Apple dropped in 2019.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's fucking
The iPhone 7? No.
like, yeah.
A real Apple.
No, the Cosmic Crisp.
I'm getting that phone, baby. Cosmic Crisp, what is it? What is
like,
this attributes?
I can't believe that that's like a full ass like industry that like I think like the University of Washington like had like a staff of like, you know, however many people working on that full time. They like had been cultivating like when you like breed an apple out to like the perfect whatever qualities you want, crispness, texture, sweetness, whatever. Like
Perfect apple.
you have to like grow a fucking tree before you see the results of like whatever's going on.
It's not like a pepper.
No.
People
Like a
are
pepper, you could do that within like a year. You could
Yeah.
like make a crossbreed or whatever. But a tree, you got to grow that shit for like 3 years before it even starts fruiting.
Yeah.
And then you have to like wait a little bit more for it to mature to get good samples and then be like, all right, so let's get this one apple. This is the best result. All right, now we'll plant 10 more seed or trees from these seeds. And now we just have to wait again.
Yeah. So no wonder it took billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars in 20 years.
20 years.
To make a fucking apple. I don't remember the last time I had an apple.
I mean, as far as I know, the last big apple drop was like 1830 with the Granny Smith, dude. I mean, Granny Smith put the time in. She probably started when she was like a little kid and then didn't even succeed until she was a grandmother. And
the
then
last,
was like, okay.
The last apple drop that I remember, do you remember the grapple?
Oh, the
grape apple. The fucking monster of a fruit that no one wanted.
Those are two things. Like they're both good fruits, but not.
But you know,
together.
both of those industries are like people aren't buying apples and grapes like they used to.
we
gotta do something.
We need something new and fun for the next generation.
What about grapple? What about a fun name like grapple?
Introducing the grapple. Half grape,
Like Hulk
half apple.
Hogan. Do the spokesperson.
Hey, brother, snap into a grapple. I mean, I can get down with that, dude, because, like, you know, grapes come on vines, apples come on trees. So maybe you're kind of like making like a vine tree or like a tree with a vine on it or like a vine that becomes, I don't know how it would be, dude. I don't know. I'm not making any new apples anytime soon, clearly. I got to study up. But, yeah, the cosmic apple. What about the broccoli apple, dude?
Brock apple.
Brock apple. Appley.
Appley.
Half apple, half.
What about like broccoli that was more sweet like an apple? That wouldn't be bad.
I think broccoli is the most ripe for being combined with something because it's not. People fuck with broccoli. I'm indifferent to broccoli. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
No, who freaks me out? People that like cauliflower.
Yeah, it's
Cauliflower
stupid.
is just fucking weird broccoli.
It looks like somebody spliced broccoli and rice. It also
Yeah.
tastes like somebody spliced broccoli and rice.
I mean, they make cauliflower rice.
Cauliflower is like the ultimate white person food to me. It literally is white.
Yeah. It's
And-
stark white and it tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. That's white people food. That
That's
is
what white people food.
white people food, dude. Yeah, I don't really fuck. I mean, I'll fuck with it. It's
Yeah.
all right.
It almost looks like it was grown in a cave.
Yeah, I at first I just thought it was albino broccoli, but apparently it's an entirely different thing. I mean, I think onions could probably be spliced with something dope. Like
I think
onions and
onions are pretty
garlic should
dope.
be spliced together, so I don't have to put
kinda
garlic
like
and
a-
onions and everything.
I feel like that's like kind of like a shallot or like a scallion, I mean.
Shallot, I think you were close to a shallot.
Shallot too.
That's
yeah.
half onion, half garlic.
Yeah.
That's good shit. Shallots are good. Yeah, the cosmic crisp apple. Can you get those anywhere?
I guess they're out.
And what makes them
really
cosmic?
I haven't really scoped out the apple aisle recently.
Yeah, dude. I haven't scoped it out either, to be honest.
So, I mean, I think that's just like the name of it, but they basically, I think it was like they wanted the like look of the Red Delicious, like the classic apple, but then also have like the crispness and shit of like a more flavorful apple.
What's your favorite, like, OG apple? Not including the cosmic crisp, because we can't comment on that.
I mean, I guess like a Granny Crisp or whatever. Like, what are the like greenish ones?
Sour apple, sour green apple,
I like those.
Granny Smith,
I like sour green.
Red Delicious, and crab apples.
Are Granny Smith green too, though?
They're like yellowish.
I like those ones, I think.
This could be a good poll. This would be a good bracket. The apple bracket.
The apple bracket. Have you heard of Cosmic Crisp? Yes or no?
If so, this bracket is for you. I don't know why, but this one isn't getting quite the interaction, quite the engagement we thought it would compared to the bars. Apple's not a big hot topic for people. But yeah, I just thought, I mean, overall, just circling back, I just think that those kind of conversations, like, and that's why you kind of have to gravitate towards people that look, that's how you practice debating, first of all. Like, if you're on the debate team in high school or whatever, college or whatever, they literally give you a side and you have to debate that side. It doesn't matter if you disagree with it or agree with it, because you just, look, the key to debating is you don't have to make yourself right. You just have to make the other person wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Once you learn that, you have a leg up. It's like when you learn how to arm wrestle properly. People that know how to arm wrestle, they might not be the strongest guys with the strongest arms, but they know the technique. Same thing with anything. Fighting, wrestling. You look at one guy who's like fucking huge and you might think like, oh, he's going to beat the shit out of this guy. Not if the other guy knows how to fight and this guy doesn't.
Yeah.
So you could literally have the stupidest fucking point ever, but if you're a good debater, you can win that debate. If the other person doesn't really have a honed, like if the other person doesn't know how to debate, and that's good for you. You should know how to debate, Now people, I think that might be, not to go back on my adult seat here, but why people always say like generations are getting softer. They don't debate anymore. Kids these days, they're not debating about where broccoli comes from. They're Googling it. They type it into their phone tells them the answer, and that's the answer. But they haven't had those conversations with their friends where they just fucking go back and forth arguing. No, dude, you're telling me fucking broccoli was invented 35 years ago. That's fucking ridiculous. And the other kid said, well, you don't fucking know. Where were you 35 years ago? You don't fucking know if broccoli was around, dude. Maybe it was just something else. Maybe it was green cauliflower. You don't fucking know. You fucking yell at each other. You get heated. That's when you know you're having a good time, dude.
That's a good
When
shit.
you're yelling about stuff that doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. People don't do that anymore. So that's why, and that transcends. That's why we can't even talk about anything anymore. Because we can't even talk about broccoli. How the fuck are we supposed to talk about politics if we can't even talk about fucking broccoli?
Damn. Tweet that.
Tweet that, baby. No context. How are we supposed to talk about politics if we can't even talk about broccoli? Million retweets.
There's only a 140 character limit, so you couldn't go into depth. But
Yeah. Got to keep it short and sweet. I think it's 280 now.
280.
Yeah, they upped the Twitter characters like a while ago,
Ooh.
which is smart. I think Twitter has the perfect amount of characters allowed now, because 140 wasn't quite enough. Like, you'd have to like abbreviate a lot of shit. Like,
Yeah.
Unless you were good at Twitter. I'm not good at Twitter. I don't know how to phrase any of my jokes in anything less than a 5-minute podcast segment.
Yeah.
Like, I need to talk about it for 5 minutes, and then by the end you're like, I guess that was pretty funny or something. But I can't just boil that down to a fucking one-line zinger with no fucking punctuation. That's how you get good at Twitter.
It's too hard.
Yeah. What the fuck else happened this week? Not broccoli related, not squirting related.
Not shitting underneath the toilet related.
Shitting underneath the toilet. Let's see. Oh. I wrote this down a while ago, but I wrote this down like the day after we did the last podcast, but quick side away. Joe Rogan did finally come out and admit that Spotify did take those podcasts down. Yeah. Which is weird because I think this is a worthwhile conversation. Joe Rogan being on Spotify in the first place, has that been better for the podcast? I would argue absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah, probably not.
Like, I used to watch full episodes all the time. Now, my consumption of Joe Rogan's podcast has gone drastically down because they
Yeah,
don't
it's
have.
just it's not in like my podcast app anymore.
Yeah.
And I have like Spotify Premium. So like I think if I like see a good episode happened, maybe I'll listen to it now, but like yeah, I don't just like randomly put it on anymore.
Well, I consume most of my media on my TV at home because I can get YouTube through my TV. And then, that's how I would watch it. Spotify only has like the desktop and phone app. You can't really watch Spotify video on your TV. So it's like if you want to watch the Joe Rogan Experience, you got to sit and watch it on your phone or like sit at your desk and watch a computer. It's like that you've cut out like so much of the market that would want to watch your podcast. And Joe Rogan, like I think they literally introduced the video format on Spotify for that podcast because originally they just wanted the audio.
Yeah.
And Rogan and his team were like, no, the video is a huge part of this. Like so many of the most memorable moments on our podcast would never have happened if it weren't for the video. Like the fucking Elon Musk meme and like all the fucking classic shit you can think of, clips and stuff like that. Like, so Spotify made a video format specifically for the Joe Rogan Experience, which is kind of dope. Like Spotify changed their whole fucking game up just to get that podcast. But they don't have it available on smart TVs and stuff like that, which is where most people are watching it, unless you literally want to fucking stare at your phone for 3 hours, So like I was an avid fan and still am a fan of the Joe Rogan Experience, but I haven't really watched it that much recently because it's just not as accessible anymore. And I think at this point it's safe to say that it probably wasn't a great move on. I understand it was a lot of money and $100 million or whatever it was. Like, that's dope. But like when I don't know, it's like you took it off YouTube, dude. That's where everybody's at. Like you're taking it off YouTube and like now people like that don't even really know how to use Spotify video. And even if they did, it's still inconvenient. And it's just like, I don't know, dude. It just seemed like a stupid move to me. And
Joe Rogan, you got my boy sad.
I'm sad, dude. Like, I'm not even like, normally if I was somebody, I'd be like fucking mad. I'd be fucking like animated.
I know,
I'm
dude.
not even animated.
I know. You're beaten down about this.
I'm lamenting right now, dude. I never use that word.
You're mourning.
I'm mourning. I'm like literally just like sitting here just, damn, I want to watch JRE, dude. I want to have that experience, bro. And you took that away.
Joe Rogan, I need your experience.
Took that away from 70% of the market, and then you have this whole thing where, he didn't address it. We talked about it before. He didn't address. There was a whole bunch of speculation. People were saying
a couple
like
of the episodes didn't make the transfer over to Spotify,
and everybody was saying like, oh, it was probably random though. Or it was probably a glitch. Like they'll be up. Nope. They specifically took down the original Alex Jones one. They took down the Milo Yiannopoulos one. They took down the Gavin McInnes one. And great, you could think whatever you want about those people. Alex Jones is definitely the. I think. Even though he's supposed to be the most fringe, I feel like he's the one that most people are like
entertaining.
Yeah, most people, even if you hate Alex Jones, still kind of like Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Like Gavin McInnes and Milo Yiannopoulos, a lot of people hate them. Alex Jones, they didn't let him put up that one to Spotify, but then they said, well, you can still have whoever you want on in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, so I mean, and Joe Rogan did kind of prove that true when he did the other Alex Jones episode, and it's still up. But it's like, if I were signing that contract at that point, I'd be like, wait a second. So you're telling me I'm not allowed to put up episodes that I already had of these people, but I am allowed to have them on again? Like, I don't...
Yeah. I wonder if that was even in the contract or if that's just something that they did.
It's... I don't want to say it's disappointing because, I mean, most people, probably including ourselves, will never be in a position where we are looking at $100 million. You have 1,500 episodes, and then somebody's like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you $100 million to come on our platform. Just can't have like these 6."
Yeah, we can't have the Tyler Bluntman episode.
Yeah. And we already kind of caved a little bit with the William Cruz episode. That's the only episode we ever didn't put up, but that was because of personal stuff.
Yeah.
that was because of personal stuff. Like, if there was just a bunch of people, like, for instance, with the Tyler Bluntman one, if there was just a bunch of people shitting on that episode, I would tell them to fuck off. I don't know how you'd feel about it. I would tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't
like,
care.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? We had a guy on. He said his opinions. We said ours. And, like, that's that. You know, so go fuck yourself. But, like, you know, that wasn't with $100 million in the balance.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like to think that, you know, it sounds so stupid coming from two guys in a garage speculating on how we'd react
To $100 million.
to $100 million,
deal.
yeah, for our podcast. But like, you know, I like to think that we wouldn't compromise for that type of thing.
No.
You know, like, and get in this business to have somebody tell me what to fucking do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a fucking garage studio if I wanted people to tell me what to do. You know, it's just that.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's just I'm really kind of banking on Joe Rogan realizing this and coming back to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's going to be hard.
I mean, like, how long was the contract for? Was it just for a year?
I don't know. I doubt it was $100 million for a year.
If he just does that for a year and then walks away, goes back to YouTube, that'd be baller as shit.
That would be baller as shit. But I'm assuming it probably, like, there's probably like a, you know, opt-out clause and all this other legal shit.
Well,
Imagine
I think also, like, I think what we, you know, were talked about earlier on, like, different episodes was, like, he's leasing them his old episodes. He didn't, like, sell his show or sell the rights to a show or whatever. He, like, he's letting them use it for a period of time. And he's on their platform for a period of time. So it could be just, like, the ultimate finesse. You never know.
Let's hope so, dude. Let's hope so. Fucking, you know, either Spotify ups their game. It really is amazing as you get older that you can more accurately pick. It is amazing that even companies that size can make mistakes, like have those types of oversights. Like, and this is going back to our original Amazon discussion. Now I am starting to believe maybe they actually would do something like have their employees do that. Because as big as these companies are and as, you know, great as they make themselves out to be, they really can do stupid shit like that. And
it's
not
literally
even
just people like us running shit, but they just followed a couple more suggestions from people.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just, like, actually finished school.
Yeah.
And now they're running that shit.
And so now you have Spotify, the largest streaming platform in the world, taking on the largest podcast in the world. And not even starting a fucking TV app. Anybody could have told you that if you take away the ability to watch the Rogan Experience on your TV, that it was going to be bad. Anybody could have fucking told you that. I don't need to go to college to tell you that. I don't need $100 million to tell you.
You took Rogan off the TVs.
You're
going to pay Spotify.
You're going to pay. You know, what am I fucking supposed to listen to in the background? You know how much more YouTube searching I have to do now? Just because, you know...
Like 3 hours aren't filled.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill 3 hours. I'm trying to find somebody who's mildly interesting, pop it on the background while I do other shit. Now I got to fucking type in a new video every fucking A clip is 15 minutes, dude. There's only like 3 per episode. And they're not even like the best parts. He should start finessing and just make the clips an hour long. Joe Rogan talks to Jim Brewer about 7 different topics. Clip. JRE clips. Boom.
Full episodes.
Full episode clips. We cut out the ads, bitch. Whatever, dude.
I feel for you, dude.
I'm going to take a piss real quick. Now's a good time that I wish I had the fucking piss condom thing, but I don't. So Amazon, hit me up.
Amazon, we won't rat you out anymore if you send us pee condoms. Please. This isn't the ad break. This is the ad, please give us money for shilling your products. So Amazon, like we said, will accept pee condoms. We'll accept fake bladders so we don't have to stop for pee breaks on the podcast. We can just let it flow right here in the seats. Get a nice little... We have the warmer, the space heater, obviously. But wouldn't it be nice if on like a cool summer night, cool spring night, we just had a nice hot bag of piss on the inside of our leg, keeping us warm? I think that's what we would appreciate at the studio, and I think that's what you, as a partner to us, could provide by just giving us the free shit that we want. Starting off with the pee bag. Second thing, honestly, maybe another dry erase board. I think we had 2 of them. Shit would pop off. How was it?
It was good, dude. It was good. I'm glad there wasn't a toilet involved because I don't think I made the 15-second cut. I know we were shitting on people for like, dude, if you can't hold it in and then you take a piss and it's less than 10 seconds, you're a fucking bitch. And I just went out there and probably clocked in like 8 or 9.
But also, you're drinking a little beer. You probably already cracked the seal.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like once that's in the equation, it's kind of acceptable.
Yeah. I've cracked several seals. I drink so many different substances per day, like water, Gatorade, beer, coffee, fucking. I mean, that's not that many, but you know,
That's kind of a lot.
it's probably standard. Orange juice, orange juice,
Orange. I usually only have like maybe like 2 to 3. Maybe like coffee, water. I feel like water and seltzer water is the same thing.
Yeah. Just water with bubbles.
Maybe a soda every once in a while.
Oh yeah, you had a soda.
I brought a little Coke Zero along.
Coke Zero,
They're not
dude.
sponsoring us though.
They're not sponsoring us,
Fuck
dude.
you, Coke.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how I feel about Coke Zero. I'm much more Diet Coke. Diet Coke is its own thing. Coke Zero tries to be Coke with 0 sugar. Diet Coke's like, no, we're fucking Diet Coke. It's a different flavor. It's a different thing. Speaking of Diet Coke, I don't know if you saw my Instagram story today, but I was parked next to this guy in my parking lot, and I like saw in his car, and it was like the first things I noticed were he had like a box of surgical masks in his passenger seat, and then he had like not like a pocket size thing, but like a full size like Purell hand sanitizer in his cup holder. But his car was fucking atrocious. Like there was like trash all over the floors. There was fucking
Damn, dude, was it my car?
But there was like, it was like all grimy. Like you could tell like if you touched something, it would be sticky. Like it was just like, it looked like cig ashes and shit all in the back. Like you couldn't sit anywhere. But like, I remember looking at it and being like, you have a box of surgical masks and hand sanitizer. Why don't you just clean your fucking car? Like, wouldn't that be like, that's the equivalent to me, which I do this, so I kind of sympathize with, going to McDonald's, getting a Big Mac, a McChicken, a fish fillet, large fries, a shake, and a Diet Coke. It's like, dude, like, if you're trying to be sanitary, why don't you start by wiping down your fucking dashboard and getting the fucking grime off of it? Why don't you start by throwing out your fucking weeks of trash and shit, and then worry about the cup holder sanitizer, maybe. Because at this point, it's like, I don't know. I'm not angry about it. I wouldn't be. But I did think it was kind of funny. Like when I looked in there and I was just like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Like my car, I keep fairly neat, which is surprising. But like if I had a box of masks and Purell in there, it would look right. It would look right.
Yeah.
You know?
It'd be tasteful.
Yeah. You know, I don't have it in there. I have like one mask in there that I feel like half the time is on the floor anyway because it falls off. But like, I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was interesting. I want to meet that guy. I want to meet that guy and tell him as a joke, of course.
Yeah.
But
what if all that stuff is just for when he's in the car? What if he's just no masker, but his car's that atrocious and disgusting that he's like, this is the only way it's bearable.
like he had all that stuff before COVID. Like he had a box of surgical masks.
He had that giant thing of Purell since 2019.
That is interesting. Like if you would have said like, oh, you're wearing a mask, nobody before 2020 would have assumed you meant surgical mask. You'd be like, what, like a scream mask?
Yeah.
Like, you know? And then
Well,
like,
it's not Halloween.
yeah, it's like, why are you wearing a fucking mask, dude? Now it's like, oh, everybody, when you say mask, it's fucking surgical mask, dude. And if you had surgical mask before 2020, Sebastian Maniscalco has a joke about that where he was like, I walked to his door and this guy opens up the door with a surgical mask on. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, that's like normal now. That was like the punchline to a joke 2 years ago. And now it's like
You're like, yeah, of course he has a mask
Yeah,
on.
of course.
He's
Why
inside.
didn't you, Sebastian?
Yeah.
Why weren't you wearing a mask, Sebastian?
Of course you're outside and he's inside. You can't get inside without a mask.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. So that was a little useless cutaway I decided to throw into the podcast. The story of the car in the parking lot. I hope that guy listens, dude. I'm going to look out and see if I see that same car parked at High Tops later, and then we'll know he's a fan.
Ooh. There's an assassination attempt on you at your next High Tops gig.
Oh, my God, dude.
Then we'll know.
Oh, dude.
You heard it.
You heard it. I used to love this podcast, bro.
I would sit in my car, smoke cigs, throw trash on the floor while listening to you guys. Now you've ruined it.
I wanted to throw my trash away, but I was just too enthralled with the episodes. I just threw it on my passenger seat. Slowly became enclosed in my own trash as I listened to more LFTS, consuming all of your knowledge, stories about shit that doesn't matter. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to bring to the table.
I have one more thing, if you don't mind.
No, go for it.
And I want your opinion on this. I truly want your
I
opinion
thought you
on
were
this.
saving that trash mask story for best for last.
Oh, no. No, that was my third is worst story. No, dude, come on.
Come on, bro.
Come on,
You're
dude.
doing this to me on the podcast?
Yeah.
People are going to hear this.
Thought that was my...
Cockeysville is going to hear this.
You thought that was my closer? Jesus Christ, Eric.
That's your check drop story.
We talked a little bit about debates earlier. A girl I used to talk to posted something in her story. And it was like a screenshot of a tweet or something. And it was a New York Times headline. And the New York Times headline said, China just cleared its 5th COVID vaccine, and it's made from hamster ovary cells. And then the tweet reply under it, which is like the point of it, was this doctor being like, this is such soft racism, blah, 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 blah. Like, why did you have to word it like that? Blah, 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 and stuff like that. And then it's getting like billions of retweets. Basically, like her calling the New York Times headline being like racist.
Yeah.
And when I first saw the headline, so like it was in 2 separate stories. So like the first story just had the New York Times headline, and then like the very top of the tweet reply where it's just like, this is soft racism, but it was like a whole paragraph. But I only saw the top. So I first replied and said, how? Because I truly didn't get it. I was like, how is this racist? And then the next slide showed like the whole reply where she like explained it or whatever. And then I was like, my thought was, to me, this seems like a perfectly benign tweet, and that like if you wanted to make it racist, you could, but like,
Yeah, you could say fucking China discovered a vaccine using, second child fetuses
yeah, you could
due to
have.
their one child policy or some shit. I
You
don't
could,
know.
yeah, you could have made it worse if you wanted to, but like the whole justification was like the doctor's response. The doctor, her response was, well, hamster ovary cells are commonly used in vaccine research and blah, 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 blah. So like, why did you feel the need to include that and all this stuff and like trying to make China sound like they're weird for using hamster cells? And my first 2 thoughts are, A, why are we just conceding that using hamster cells is weird? I didn't think that was weird. Like, I know we use animal shit for
I hear
stuff.
that and I'm like, damn.
Like,
They
it's
figured
cool.
it out with fucking hamster cells.
like,
Like
it's-
what the fuck?
It's cool. And then like she was, so I replied to her because the way I look at it is like, if we've hooked up, then I can reply to your stories every now and then. Like, it's a rite of passage. And we talk from time to time. So it's not like I hit her up out of the fucking blue. But like, normally I wouldn't just get in a debate with somebody on their Instagram story.
Yeah.
So I replied, and then she was like, well, why would she, if it like, it's a commonly used practice to use hamster cells, so why do they feel the need to include it? And I was like, well, because most people don't know that. Like, if someone would have asked me 15 seconds ago, hey, what is a common form of cells used in vaccine research? You're telling me the average person would have gone, oh, hamster ovary cells, idiot.
Yeah, I would guess human cells.
Yeah, human cells.
Yeah.
Maybe chimpanzee cells, maybe pig cells, maybe something like closer to us. You're using hamster ovary cells. Now, sure, that is a common practice, but most people who aren't endocrinologists, or whatever the fuck the term is, what is it? Urologist? No. What's the
I don't
oncologist?
fucking know.
Whatever, dude. Whatever the virologist shit, whatever. Most people don't fucking know that. So now you and I both just found this fact out 15 seconds ago.
Yeah.
And now you're going to use that as, well, if that's a common thing, then why did they say it? Because neither one of us knew that. We only know this now because of this article.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to read the article, but I learned something today.
Exactly. Nobody read the article. The debate was about the fucking the fact that they used. And then my second thing was like, why? Like, and then I was like, can you please, like, blah blah blah, and she was like, well, you know,
if
like
anything, it's kind of like a clickbaity title.
Exactly.
It's like supposed to catch you to be like, oh shit, they're using hamster ovaries. How do they do that? Let me read the full article.
So she goes, well, because it's playing on the stereotype that, like, you know, the stereotype of, like, Asian people eat, like, weird animals and do, like, weird stuff and, like, eat cats and stuff. And I was like, that's not what I thought when I, like,
Yeah.
like, literally, I said, I was like, I feel like you almost have to be racist to read that from this article.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like, and that was kind of my whole point. And, like, I didn't want to fight too much about it because, like, I'm not going to get in a fucking long-winded thing. I was just like, I just kind of said, like, I mean, she typed back like a billion things. And I was like, okay. I guess it's fucking racist. Okay, sorry. But, like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, and she was saying all this stuff, like, you know, Asian hate right now and all this stuff. And I was like, maybe I'm fucking crazy. But to me, taking a benign tweet and construing it in some way to make it racist and then pushing it out for retweets for how you could play the woke game and reconstrue this tweet to make it racist against Chinese people adds to racism against Chinese people. Kind of in the same principle where we were talking earlier, and it's like, if somebody is shitting in a bag and putting it in the Amazon package, when you send out an email to the whole staff saying, please don't shit in our Amazon packages, you have just given not just the 3 people that were doing it, now you have everyone knowing that it was being done, and now more people have that idea. So you take a tweet from New York Times, which is a generally left-leaning thing anyway, you know, for the most part, where they're clearly not trying to be racist. I don't think anybody honestly thinks it was trying to be racist. And then you, for clout points, are going to figure out a way to, and then she's like, well, this woman's like a expert in the sun. I was like, okay, she's an expert in virology. Does that make her expert in fucking what makes a tweet racist? Like, you know, there's plenty of people that are experts at something. Doesn't mean that everything they say is fucking the, you know.
Yeah, go to Tiki Lee's. Go to the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
The Essex one.
Like, I guess my whole point is if your whole goal here is to stop Asian hate, why would you take something that isn't even hateful and then make it hateful?
Yeah, you're making people think about racist shit.
Yeah. Like, you just put into my mind, now I should read this tweet.
You accepted racist shit onto me.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about, oh, they said hamsters because Chinese people eat dogs. That's not what I was thinking. You know what I thought when I read that tweet? Oh, shit, China has a 5th vaccine?
Yeah.
What do we have, like 3? You know, like, they are on their 5th, and they use it with hamster ovary cells. Wow, who would have thought? Not me, because I'm not a professional virologist. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And 99.9% of people didn't know that.
No, of course.
But this doctor knows that and is now going to act like everyone knows that.
Damn,
and
you
then,
hooked up with the doctor?
No. The person who retweeted, the person who made the tweet response was the doctor.
Okay.
The girl that I was arguing with was a bartender, which is much more my league. An expert of mixology. And me, an expert in podcasting and poor music. We had this debate, and I just couldn't get I couldn't get the point of, like, she kept on saying, like, it's sad that you don't see this. And I just kept thinking, like, I don't know. It's sad to me that people.
I'm sad about Joe Rogan not being on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I'm sad about.
I'm confused about this.
I'm legitimately. First of all, I'm not even confused anymore because I know it when I see it, and I know when people are trying to get clout. And I go to this woman's Twitter, and like, of course, she has the exact Twitter that you'd expect her to have. Like everything, just you name it, she's got it in her bio. Every fucking tweet is like a reply to some big fucking organization about her, like calling them out. And it's like, this is the person I'm dealing with. This is a person who is a professional. What do they call those when they have grievances? Like she gets her fame off of having grievances. Like she finds stuff, she finds the racism or bigotry in it, and then a bunch of people retweet it because they want to sound woke and on the right side of the fucking debate. And so now you have people that are under the guise of trying to stop hatred and stop racism,
stirring it up. Yeah.
And then they get to pose themselves
it's like
as the good
the
guys.
same shit about like how like the like Dr. Seuss shit was canceled the other week, and like there's always like a new it's like people are like becoming like cancel archaeologists. There's like they're making it their lives work momentarily to be like, let me find like a high profile thing and just figure out something bad they did.
Yeah. And that is what that is I call that the woke game, and that's what people do. And then people that don't see it for that keep pushing it out and encouraging it, and then it honestly, in my opinion, makes stuff fucking worse. And especially like you called the what'd you say, cancel archaeologists?
Yeah.
That idea is called presentism, and presentism is the idea that we can judge other places in time off of our present morality. So, for instance, we might go and see some family in the South in 1820 and say they were horrible, shitty people for the opinions that they had about other races of people. But the reality is that if you existed in the South in 1820 and everyone around you thought a certain way, and everyone that taught you in school thought a certain way, and everything you've ever heard on the news or on the newspaper or anything taught you a certain way, it would actually take a very progressive person to not think that way. And a lot of people that aren't necessarily what I would call free thinkers are more really just products of their environment. And so if you're just a person who goes along with whatever the popular consensus is, then I could have put you anywhere in time and you would have gone along with that popular consensus, And it's very easy now that we have, new, better understandings of humanity and shit like that to go back 200 years in the past and start placing judgment on people. But to me, it's literally as stupid as if you looked at a picture of a bunch of people at a bar 3 years ago and then said, look at this, they're not even wearing masks. It was a different time.
Yeah.
Nobody was wearing masks in 2017. It's that stupid to me when people go back in time and judge shit based off of that. So now you have things like Dr. Seuss and stuff where nobody was even thinking it, but somebody is going to get a boost by calling it out, and now it's a problem. Now you've created a problem. Under the guise, you're talking about stopping Asian hate with this tweet, you just created more. You made everyone that read this with the initial thought, oh, damn, hamster ovary cells. What do you know? Wouldn't have thought that. And the 5th vaccine, damn, they're really on the ball over there in China. Yeah. Nope. Now I'm thinking, jeez. You made it fucking worse. And so I had to bring that up because I wanted your opinion on that.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because it's almost like, it's weird because like, in that thought process, it's like you're associating your name with someone like to get that heat, but then also like kind of just like stepping on their back and like pushing them down to then just try to vault yourself up further.
Yes.
It's really weird.
It's weird, but the more I see it happen, the more it kind of makes sense, because I think a lot of people, their raison d'être, it's a French word, and it means reason for existing. If you're a person like, and they say like, you know, what is that organization's raison d'être? Oh, well, that business exists, their cause is this, that, the other thing.
Yeah. And also, let me just say this real quick. Like, I think there are definitely certain people that should be canceled, and like all of this cancel culture, like when it started, was for a good reason.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just become something huge. I don't know. It's also so fucking cringy to call it cancel culture now.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to call it.
I mean, it is what it is, and you know, I agree with you. It is kind of like one of those things where like, there are certain buzzwords that you say, like virtue signaling, and then if you say the word virtue signaling, then immediately people are just going to kind of tune out, because they're like, oh, that's a buzzword I hear from people I disagree with, so I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. And so now you have to figure out a new way to say it. So now what we're talking about is cancel culture, but so many people are used to hearing people talk about cancel culture and immediately just tuning them out, writing it off, be like, well, fuck you, you're on the wrong side.
Fucking, you know, cry wolf.
Yeah. And so now, you know, we're talking about a movement of people being called out for bad shit that they've done that's gone undealt with, becoming a fucking industry, not necessarily an industry, but kind of, pretty much. But I keep on butchering this French word. It is some people's reason for existence. It's some people's like claim to fame to be the person who is constantly having a problem with something. And if they stop having problems with something, then they're irrelevant. And so they, even though they purport to be against hatred and against bigotry and against racism, are actually the ones perpetuating it by constantly finding the issues in everyday things to justify their own existence and their own morality. And those people I look at as just as evil as the people doing the bad things, because they're both, it's like an ecosystem. It's like there's people that do bad shit. Those people suck. But then there's also people who rely on those people to do bad shit to make them feel like they're doing good shit. And if the people doing bad shit stop and they don't have a reason to fucking go after them anymore, then they're going to start going after shit that isn't even bad and making it bad. And now you're creating more evil in the world, you know? So, I mean, it was one of those situations where I wished I was having that conversation in person as opposed to over Instagram, because I feel like I could have put my point over more, you know? But the thing you learn is you can't convince everybody. And as much as I really do think it's important, bless you, what we're talking about, you kind of have to want to learn. And there's stuff that I'm wrong about. Obviously, there's stuff that you're wrong. There's stuff that everybody's wrong about. But you have to be open to hearing it, you know? And when I have a conversation with somebody that I don't sense they're even considering it, like when they say stuff like, oh, you're fucking ignorant, or like, it's sad that you don't even fucking see this. And I'm like, all right, well, this isn't like a conversation that's worth my time, because I didn't come at you accusing you of being ignorant or stupid. I just came at you asking you to explain why you publicly posted this thing that, in my opinion, is contributing to furthering the issue, you know? And look, I don't pretend to care about stuff I don't really care that much about. And that's why you don't see me make a lot of posts like that or ever, because I know that right now, I'll fucking say it, the trendy thing to be against online is Asian hate. That's the thing that is everybody's tweeting about. Ask somebody 3 weeks ago what they felt about Asian hate. Most people probably wouldn't have had much to say. Now, it's everybody's main cause. You're not going to see me post about that because I don't know enough about it to speak on it, you know? My best friend, Scott, he's Korean. Miss Moon, my fucking landlord, you know, other friends of mine, Asians, like, I don't fucking know. Yeah. Let them talk about it. Why don't you let a fucking why when New York Times posts the article, don't you let a fucking Chinese person say something if they feel something about it. And then we can talk about why does this fucking white lady, expert of whatever,
Expert of being racist against Asians.
yeah, expert of that, have to then speak up for these other people and make it an issue, you know?
Yeah, a doctor of racism.
A doctor of racism, which is now a fucking, PhD now. But yeah, so I just really, really want that stuff to stop because it's just making it so hard to exist anymore.
I got my minor. My minor was the N-word, and I got a major.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy, man. People really thrive off of that shit. And I think they're fucking bad people. Bad people.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't know. People are like afraid to like take an L now. People are like hesitant to even do anything. I feel like they do this stuff to like, I don't know. I feel like remember on like Call of Duty when in like high school, like everyone would always be like, oh, what's your fucking KD? What's your kill death ratio? Mm-hmm. And if you had like high one, you were cool. And if you had a shitty one, you're like, oh, come on, dude. I'm fucking carrying you, dude. You fucking suck, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I feel like every time someone like tries to cancel someone or reposts a woke shit or whatever, joins a trend, fucking like social media camp, like whatever, activism, that's just them like kind of boosting their like KD. That's them getting more wins and losses. So then when something happens to them, they're like, well, look what else I did.
Yeah. And at the expense of what?
I made my profile picture black.
Yeah. And I just want to go back and just clarify something when I said earlier, because I know it's a very touchy time for the week to say that if I asked somebody 3 weeks ago what they would have had to say about Asian hate, that it wouldn't have. Look, obviously people are looked at different. I was actually watching a very interesting segment. I popped on the Andrew Schultz podcast, and they were talking about the Asian stuff. And the co-host is an Indian guy, which, by the way, I saw a guy in a Kathmandu shirt today. Not a Kathmandu kitchen shirt, but it was
Just
like a
Kathmandu.
Nepalese guy with a Kathmandu Nepal shirt. And I wanted so bad to go up to him and say, dude,
I need to buy that shirt.
well, because I do want that shirt. But I wanted to be like, yo, I see you in the gym every day, and I just see you wearing the shirt, but like, have you ever been to Kathmandu kitchen? Like, isn't it fucking awesome? But I was afraid to, because I was afraid that it could be construed as racist for me to walk up to a guy with a cat. But like, that's my favorite restaurant. And I want to talk to you about it. Like, if I was wearing a fucking like Icaros shirt, the restaurant in Greektown, and some guy came, dude, like, have you been to fucking, like, it's fucking good. Like, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I just didn't because of the fucking climate. Now I can't even talk to a guy at the gym about his own fucking cuisine from his own culture.
Yeah.
Because that might be considered like I'm fucking.
Or maybe he just traveled there. Like, you never know.
He looked like he was from there. Okay. Now I'm being racist. Oh, that motherfucker was from Kathmandu. I know a Kathmanduvian when I see one.
Kathmanduligan over there.
Kathmanduligan. That is good. I'm going to use that one. I went in there the other day and I thought I lost my wallet there, and I went in there and searched that place top to bottom while the poor fucking Raj is sitting behind the counter. He's like, buddy, I don't...
Please put a mask on, buddy.
My mask's in my wallet, Raj. As soon as I find the wallet, I'll pop the mask on, I promise.
I have a backup mask, a Blue Chew, and an expired condom in there. We'll be okay. Just let me find it.
And then I went home and it was in my fucking sweater pocket.
Classic.
I almost called him up and was just like, dude, my bad. I fucking went through your whole fucking place.
Listen, do you know this guy who goes to the Towson Planet Fitness?
He's
or
pretty
LA
jacked,
Fitness?
dude. He works out at the gym with me. Pretty jacked.
Got a Kathmandu shirt. I don't know. I figured you guys knew each other. Now that would be racist.
Not in a racist way, but like, you people all know each other.
Yeah, that would be a way to make it racist. I think I don't think the first situation would be racist.
It wouldn't be. I mean, look, I don't talk to people in
It
general,
might just be, it also like, there's also just a weirdness now too about, I feel like, just talking to a stranger in public.
Yes, that too. I found myself like maintaining social distance subconsciously. Like I will, like if I find myself like within 3 feet of someone, like antisocial people have or like slow, I don't know what the fucking word is. People that are just a little off socially, there's certain subconscious things that you have socially that you don't really think about. Like there's no rule that says how loud we have to talk right now.
Yeah, or like if you're standing in a circle, how do you enter it? Where do you stand? Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
It's just like there's social etiquette that's unspoken.
Yeah.
And most people just pick up on it. I feel like you're going in that direction.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like I say about like the pace at which we're talking. Like I listen to, sometimes I'll turn on the podcast and just like I'll be fucking around with the little thing because I'll be like, oh look, I can play at double speed, and I'll play at double speed just to see what we sound like, and we sound like this. We're talking about fast, and like I'm like, why don't we just talk like that? Like what makes us talk at the pace we talk? You know what I mean? Like. It's not like there's a metronome.
Our brains suck and they're going as fast as they can. I don't know.
I mean, I'm supercharging right now. I'm trucking through.
I'm sweating right now.
I'm speaking as fast as I'm thinking. And it's not that
possible.
But like, it's just kind of like subconscious things. And I think like subconsciously, we all have a kind of an idea of when you're talking to someone, how far away should I be? When I shake a hand with someone, how long do I hold it before it's weird? Certain people will hold your hand to a point where you're like, why are you still holding my hand? Or somebody will be talking to you and they're just a little more close and seems normal. And you're like, dude, why are you so close?
They like get in your face.
Yeah. Why are you talking so loud? Why are you talking so fast? Why are you talking so slow? All these things. Why are you talking in monotone like this? You're not making any inflections, stuff like that. We just do naturally. My personal bubble, subconscious, has narrowed or expanded. So now where I would have been standing next to somebody before COVID and thought like reasonably this is a distance that is appropriate that wouldn't weird someone out. Now it's become further. And I don't even think about it. I just find myself standing further away from people without thinking about it, which is kind of crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. Whenever I like walk to and from work, if I ever have to go by anyone, I'll just like, all right, let me take a couple steps to the side. Let me get out of the way.
We were, I actually had a thought the other day, speaking of elevators or standing close to people. I was thinking on Halloween, what I want to do, because I was with my friend in the elevator and they were like, all these ideas I'm saying were someone else's idea. I've been saying a lot of ideas this week, virtually all of them. It's been a very low creativity week for me, but luckily I'm in good circles. And they were like, yo, how creepy would it be if you just walked in an elevator and I was just standing like in the corner facing the corner? Like when you walked in and you just see a guy just standing in the corner like this.
Yeah,
and
that's
I was
fucked up.
That would be like, even when they did it and I knew what they were doing, I was like, that looks fucking creepy. Like I guarantee you if I walked into an elevator and saw somebody doing that, I would not get on that elevator.
Well, first I'd be like, oh my God, are they peeing? I'm not getting in there. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they'd got to be a little bit more like Halloween-y for it to be creepy.
Dude, trust me. I know it's kind of hard to picture right now, but next time you and I are in an elevator together, I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna see that you wouldn't get on that. It's fucking like when you see a fucking. It doesn't matter. It could be a little kid.
I freak out if the elevator opens and it's not empty because I'm like, God damn, I don't want to be with these people.
I know.
I want my own private elevator.
Exactly, dude. So that's creepy enough for you.
Yeah.
So imagine that person is now standing facing into the corner, not saying anything, just kind of just.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
You're not getting on the elevator. But what I want to do is do that on Halloween. That's my idea.
Get beat up by a drunk frat kid.
Dude, I long for the day a drunk frat kid says anything in that building. I'm becoming the get off my lawn guy on my floor because your dog shat on my lawn, which is my front door carpet. Jesus. So get the fuck off my lawn. I had a very wise, mature moment the other day when I realized I'm progressing. Got home from the bars around like 1 a.m., 12:30, whatever. Walk to my apartment, and I see just a bunch of sunflower seeds just laying right next to my door. Just on the floor. Not in a bag, just spit out wherever.
Ew. Like they didn't just fall out of bag. Someone was eating them and spitting them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Weird.
So my immediate thought was, it's those kids. It's 11, 17. No, it's 11, 16. Those motherfuckers at 11, 16 put
Those
sunflower seeds.
rascals.
Those rascals. And so I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick these shits up and I'm going to walk down to 11, 16 and I'm going to fucking dump it on their doorstep and go home. And on the way down there, I saw the trash thing and I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw them away. Because I know that when
It'll escalate.
it escalates. And
Yeah,
also, like,
maybe they'll do something like have their dog shit in front of your door.
I'm going to shit in front of their door. No. It comes to a place where you understand that if I do that, what happens is everyone in that building, morale is going down in that building. Morale is down because nothing's ever working. Shit's always fucked up. They're always raising the rent and doing this bullshit and that. Nothing ever is the way it should be. And everyone in the building, when you're in an environment where everything's always fucked up, you stop giving a fuck. And you start saying, you know what? Fuck it. I hate this building. This place is a fucking shithole. So fuck it. I might just fucking punt, like be drunk and fucking throw my friend into a wall and make a dent because who cares?
Yeah.
Or I might just fucking throw this bottle in the hallway because who
I'm just
cares?
gonna let my dog out into the hall to shit.
Exactly.
I don't feel like taking him outside.
And so I know that when you have a
There's
shitty
a
situation,
creepy guy in the elevator who keeps scaring me.
so scary.
The other elevator's broken, and the one that works is haunted.
And if I contribute to that, then all I'm doing is contributing to furthering the spread of fuck it mode in my apartment. And so instead of furthering the spread, I said, you know what? They're just fucking kids being kids. I'm going to throw the sunflower seeds in the trash can. And now the hallway's cleaner. Nothing comes out of it. I saw it. I stepped up. I did it. That moral is something that I guess I'm kind of applying to what we were just talking about with the tweets. This idea that if people are in a mode where everything sucks and you contribute to that, you're actually on the wrong side, even when you think you're on the right side.
Yeah, you're like polluting people.
You're seeing the sunflowers in front of the Asian people's door.
No, you're spitting sunflowers onto the floor.
Well, that would be the original person, right?
Okay.
That's
Dr. Seuss.
That's Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss
Dr. Seuss,
is the sunflowers spitter
yeah, will not eat green eggs and ham, but he will spit sunflower seeds
in front of a Greek man's door.
in front of a Greek man's door.
Greek hate.
Greek hate. You gotta stop it, dude. We gotta stop it. The person that I'm referring to is the person that takes the sunflower seeds, puts them back in front of Dr. Seuss's door. Because a lot of people might have walked by that pile and said, oh, look, sunflower seeds. Okay. But now there's a fucking thing. Now it's a thing. And now people that wouldn't, this metaphor's falling apart. Doesn't matter.
I feel like that person is like literally looking for particles of like century-old sunflower seed and then finding it being, aha, now let me put it on his grave.
Did you know that that your neighbor's dog shat in front of your apartment building
600 years ago.
600 I didn't even live in this apartment building 600 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah, but they did it. They did it. Really? Their dog shat in front of my door? Yeah. Aren't you pissed? Aren't you pissed off? Don't you want to go shit in front of your neighbor's door? I don't even think it's the same guy at that house anymore. Yeah, but he's shit in front of your door, bro.
He won, dude.
He won. You're going to let him win?
You're going to lose?
You're going to lose? That's what it's all about, dude.
That's what it's all about.
Be the bigger man. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi.
Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back.
Exactly. Exactly.
How long have we been going? I bet it's around 2.
2:20. I think we're
Our
golden goose
internal
for
clocks are off, dude.
I know.
We let it slip.
We let it slip. We're too enthralled. Once we got on the fucking Asian topic, you know us, dude.
We love Asians.
We love Asians, dude. I wouldn't be here without Asians.
Yeah.
So shouts out Mr. Kim for purchasing this property.
Shout out
Shouts
to him for disappearing.
so that I could now reside in this property. And shouts out Miss Moon for pretty much doing the same thing. So there we have it.
Yeah. You got anything lined up? I saw you furiously writing down dates when I came in.
Yeah,
here.
I try to have all my administrative tasks done before you get here because I'm incapable of multitasking, and I feel like you get here and I'm like in the middle of something and I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? And you're like, yo, how's it going? I'm like,
I always just assume, I feel like we both are just like, we get here and then it's like, all right, once we hit record, we're going at it.
All bets are off.
We can't really talk before the podcast because then we ruin.
We cleared a
podcast.
couple things before the podcast.
We cleared a
which is
couple
good.
things.
Which
We
is
cleared a
good.
couple things. We had 1 or 2 things that I was like, oh, I wish we talked about this on the podcast. But now I forget completely what it was.
Mm-hmm. But as far as this weekend, I actually got a couple gigs this weekend. Only one that I would say worth mentioning because there's only one public gig. But tonight, Friday, March 26th, I will be at Ampersea in Fells Point from 7 to 10. I'm assuming out on the docks, baby. The docks. Again, that's Friday, March 26th. Ampersea in Fells Point. Unfortunately, did not advance to round 2 of the bar bracket. Ampersea number 63 on the charts, but number 1 in our hearts. And that's the way it stays. Go out and check out Ampersea. I think it's a fairly new bar, bless you, and it's actually an awesome spot. I mean, the view is beautiful when you're sitting at Ampersea.
Where is it?
It's right in Fells Point. It's like normally when you come in off Caroline Street to the main strip, Thames Street, to the water, you make a left to go into everything. Ampersea is this one thing that's off to the right. I didn't even know. I've been playing in Fells for years, and I didn't even know it was there until my first gig there, like a couple months ago.
What is it near? Is it like off by itself? Like
It's like, it's right on the water. Like there's like Bond Street Social is like the first bar you hit when you go down that direction. It's before that. So there's like a wharf. There's like a place where people like chill and feed the ducks and stuff. And there's like another pier and there's like a fucking like fishing museum and like a big bust of Frederick Douglass's head out there. And then like Ampersea is like this bar that's right on the docks. It's a really nice restaurant. Great food. They take care of me very well. They give me free drinks, free food, pay well. They're the fucking bomb. Honestly, if it were up to me, Ampersea would be in the next round. But unfortunately, they're a little gem that not a lot of people know about. But maybe we can change that on Friday, March 26th from 7 to 10. That's it for me this weekend.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm shooting some stuff this weekend. I'll probably talk about it later on, but I don't really even... I'm getting ready to shoot it, so I don't really know much about it now.
Perfect.
But yeah, we'll figure that out. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Things are getting warmer. I might go fishing again soon. We should go fishing again soon.
I'm down for that.
That'd be fun.
That would be fucking fun. Lock Raven is calling my name right now, dude.
I know. I actually went there last weekend. Me and Elizabeth walked down the fire trail.
Nice.
The old stomping grounds.
The old stomping grounds, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good time. I definitely want to do that, actually. Hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, LFTS podcast on everything. Definitely follow us on Instagram, especially now. If you haven't done it, if for some reason you listen to the podcast but don't follow us on Instagram, change that. LFTS podcast on everything. We are in the middle, as you've heard, of our illustrious Baltimore booze bar bracket. 64 teams. We are finishing out day 4 of round 1. Round 2 begins tonight. Tonight, actually. Friday, we are down to 32. And it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's in our story. We're doing it every day, and we're getting a lot of engagement. So it's fun and cool. I'm imagining.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Vote. Reply to our stories, and subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app, and suck our dicks. See you guys next week.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.